Right, okay. I think we might be live. Let's give it a little wiggle, see what happens. Okay, let me know. I think we are golden. Okay, right, let's get started then. I need to build today. We're working on the big Hyrule Castle, if you're new here, or if anyone's actually watching. And I thought, well, I'm working anyway, so why not just stream it and see what happens? Thought it could be cool. Don't know. Anyway, we're here. So, right. So what are we doing today? So for those of you familiar, this is the prison section over here. And we're going to be adding to that today. We're going to be going off to what I'm calling the water pump tower, which is beneath Zelda's study. And it has the base of a tower in there, and I have got an entranceway here which you guys haven't seen yet, and we're going to add to that. But first, let me just see if I can bring up my chat so I can see, just in case we need it. Let's see how the settings are going. Cool. Everything's going much better than my test, so that's fantastic. So, okay, now how do I do this? Pop out chat. Okay, nobody. That does not work. So anyway, yeah, so the plan is to get as much building as I can while I can, and the first thing we're going to do is actually rip out this entire wall segment that I've got here and just remove it, which I think is fun. So that will be interesting to do. I'm going to put it on a 45-degree angle, so we're going to try some plate connections and see how that works out for us. So my plan is to use the wedge plates. I think that will be the most interesting. And echo. Okay, right, cool. I can see you guys now if I need to. Right. Brilliant. And let's just check that we are indeed public. Awesome. You can see that I am live. I don't know if anything went out or if anyone will even show up. But either way, I'm going to just talk to myself, do my normal thing, and if we get anyone at all, that is already brilliant. So, let's grab this wall then. Let's recenter. Brilliant. So I've done a bit of design work here with some pillars and things. Unfortunately, I think this plate is for one going to have to go because I need to do some wedges in here. So let's just see what happens if I L this. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to select by B. See, now that selects all of it, which is not what we want at all. So I have to do this manually. Why are you not selecting things for me? There we go. Cool, and grab those, drag this off here. That's like half of the archway, and this was designed to be a little bit offset with the normal wall, and obviously it's a bit more difficult to explain because you guys haven't actually seen this segment yet, but this is beneath. I've had to hide a lot of stuff to avoid spoilers, but this is a room I've been waiting to get involved with for a long time. And surprisingly, it's one of the least talked about rooms. It was certainly one of my later, more like magical discoveries with Hyrule Castle. Oh, and hello in the chat as well. Sorry if I didn't see your message. Feel free to ask away. Any questions are welcome. All it is here is to show you a little bit of what I'm doing and get you guys to ask and answer as many questions as you want, really. I mean, that's all I can really offer. I can show you a little bit behind the scenes maybe as well, but we're just going to be low-key here. We're just going to do some chatting and ask away any questions about the project or the other stuff we do on the channel. I'm more than willing to answer anything. Right, okay, I've got to excavate this piece by piece. Okay, where does this one go? That one sits underneath there. So once I've rebuilt this wall off to the side, it means I can get going with angles. We've got to get some plates in here. Awesome. See, that's going to be a problem as well. We've got, I tried to make the wall very nice and stable, and Well, it's not going to like that, let's be honest, because stable walls are bad. Who wants stable walls? Nobody. That's going to have to go, and we'll deal with that later. Awesome. Right, so having this here, let's go to wedge plates down the bottom as well, and we'll find two that match and get some hinges going. So I want 45 degrees, which may be a bit more difficult than what I'm thinking, because I'm looking for Pacific slope. So how wide is my corridor? Is it 8 studs wide? 8 or 10? Okay, let's start with the 8. See if we can get this working. Right, this will do. And I want to shove this under there. This looking like it's... Ugh. Okay, we'll put that there. And then I'll use my fine motor tools to slide it off. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we've got our little angle here. Now that's not 45 degrees, is it? Oh, okay, so the pain is already starting. So, what about this one? This is definitely 45 degree angle, just is it 8 studs? And also, if this is the case, then I'm going to want to change some things about this room, because I don't want the corridor going on that long, because I want it to come off about here. Got to shorten the corridor. Not what I wanted. Actually, I'm not even sure I like the 45 degree angle. Oh, that's going to be such a pain. You know what? I think we work with the wall first. I think that will be easier, because I can use hinges on the wall with this thing here. If we can get a 45 degree angle there, then I can just build straight plates and then fill in the gaps. So that might be the better way to do things. Admittedly, hinges probably not the best choice for this, because while they're strong, they're not exactly going to be amazing at gripping. I would like to do something more creative with it rather than just resort to hinges once again. However, creativity isn't always a thing we can do, so we'll just make a double thick hinge up here when we're happy with it. Okay, rotate this around. That's 45 degrees. Then we can grab my whole wall assembly that we just took off the wall, and we can... Ooh. Am I going to be able to line this up? Nope, it does not look like it wants to go on that. So let's use connect. Got to make use of all of our studio tools. There we go. That's what I was after. Except for, no it's not, because I wanted it somewhere else. Oh dear. Right, that one, and we want it on the underside of that one if at all possible. And actually, I'd like to inset the thing by another whole thing. So if I drag you out and then use connect, and actually, yeah, then I can just slide you in by 5, can't I? Oh, no, I can't. Oh, wait, what am I doing? B, connect that, drag it over here, bring the wall segment back. See, it's all the little things that we go through to make Studio comply that is what's interesting to watch. I think about this process is the amount of just random nonsense I have to do in order to get Studio to do what I like is insane. Actually, I don't like this being here, so is that a 1x1? Cool. Okay, so we are going to rotate the hinge around, which is going to make it less flush, but I don't know what I can do about that yet. Let's just see what it looks like. Always worth trying other combinations, even if we're pretty sure they're going to look disgusting. See, why are you doing that to me, Studio? Okay, right, go like this, and then hinge. Hinge, please. 45 degrees. No. 90 degrees. So a 90 plus 45 then. Yeah, no, so where was I? I was talking about the project in general, wasn't I? So I can't believe that while we've only been posting episodes on this series for what? Not particularly long. Maybe a couple of months. This project has been in the works for a huge length of time. I should probably use the fill tool for stuff like that. I started designing the first versions of this castle way back in 2019, 2020. It was before I made my first custom Zelda set, so that sort of puts it in perspective for you. It's been a while. I'm old. Okay, back to the plates, back to the wedges. Okay, so what we're looking for is a pretty flush angle using fairly common wedge parts. I don't want this to be a very expensive floor by using some sort of rare wedge plate that's only appeared in light bluish grey once, which is so often what happens, and it's infuriating. See, why? That's just annoying. That just doesn't line up right. So let's move you to the right by 5. There we go. And let's get rid of you guys. So you should be completely and utterly flush. Okay, now that's what we call clean design. Now can I make this tile work? Like actually work? So I can almost do that. I mean, it's not the best. I don't really love that. Let's put a 1x2 in here for now as well, just so that I can see my wall. And actually, we need to continue this here. I mean, technically, that's not accurate because this corridor just goes straight in. Really, this whole thing should be bent, but I'd rather work in a 45-degree angle, and also it's still going to look perfectly fine. So, fight me, I guess, with that one. Let's move this 1, 3, 4, 5. I don't love that. And then let's move it 5 this way too. 3, 4, 5. And then we'll move it once more so the wall's out of the way, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's flush all the way up until the corner here, at which point the wall says no. Okay, actually let's undo. No, that's not going to let me undo. Never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Nice and lined up. Okay. Flush wall, cool. Now we need to work out what we're doing with this side here, because this is a mess. I'm thinking we curve this to try and make it look a little bit more natural. But the problem being is that this flush floor that we've just made is in the way. Let's put a plate like this under here as well while we're at it. Cool. And then at least we can see the ugliness that we have made. I mean, it's potential that I could just do a straight wall down here, right? Like we could just do that. Also, is this stud lined up in any useful way at all? Like if I turn collision off and then rotate you, do you form like a flush wall? Let's see. We're not colliding, I know that for a fact. Ew, you are colliding. Why are you doing that? Okay, rotate, please. 0. Okay, it really doesn't like that for some reason, and also it's not flush, so it is not something that is gonna work. Okay, let's see what this looks like then. Let's just build a little. Oops, lost a brick there. I have so many bricks that have just got lost on this bottom layer now by this point. Okay, so one, that is so hugely removed from the wall that it's actually just disgusting. And 2, I don't like that, so we have some changes to make. This side of the room is fine because this is basically just going to be then a big rectangle that goes off, so that's not a problem. However, the bigger problem is these. Okay, so this is fine here. Corridor is a bit big. I think what we're going to have to do is shrink this wall. I suppose we could see that as part of the corridor, meaning that we just need to redo this wall, really. I mean, if we just strip this back again. because this is not set in stone. They're more just markers rather than anything. And then if we try and curve this wall, oh no. I mean, technically speaking, if I bring this over to here, it eventually forms a nice corner, and when we go down into here, it doesn't look too out of place. The wall is still central with the door, and from there, so and so. Right, we just have to get over this one lump here. This is our nemesis now. This is our problem. I think it's as simple as shove a tile on it. And then if we come around the back here, we can grab some plates. This is it. This is the beautiful work of Lego tile and plate combinations that are coming together. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. And then that will look flush on this side, and by this adding here, I think we're golden. Right, now the other problem we have is obviously the change in the tile patterns, but to be honest, it doesn't bug me as much as I thought it would. I mean, there is another option, which I kind of like, and that is to use a tile plate combo piece. So let's grab one, this one here. And I don't know how well this is going to work. It could just move the problem further down the line, but we will see. Let's just try a little bit of it first. So let's get rid of these. So you can see them down there. They're doing their thing. Right, so then that means we move all of you guys forward. Not you, you're being a pain. And then that there, cool. And then this should create a more appetizing shape for the pentagons. That's not liking it. What about the triangle tiles? They might appreciate this. They hate this. The triangles hate this. Why don't I bother? So really it comes down to whether I prefer the gap here. If anything, it's bigger here. So actually, no, let's go back. But it was worth trying because it could have paid off. We've got all those failed attempts. So let's go back and let's turn onto the underside so I can see what's happening. Cool. Back to normal. And let's put that tile back as well. I don't horrendously mind that. I think out of all the issues we could have with this model, that should not be one of my concern. Oh, let's move these back before I forget though as well. They just go in front of this, right? They go here, I think was where I had them. Still can't put you back. Okay, okay, it's working, it's working. Let's put another 1x6 in there. Because you've got to remember, right, while these are all floating now, they won't be later. They would have support bricks underneath. However, not a concern at this point in time. So, next is we need to make a new plate layer. And I probably will support this a bit because it's going to be just a tad crucial. So, there's no point in shoving this here at all, is there? We're just going to have an unconnected portion of wall. Then we are going to, actually, we might as well just use another one of these, right? And then at least it will taper out before causing any mischief. In fact, we could probably use a smaller one, but that's besides the point. Right, there we go. Let's see if this works. Ooh, ooh, line up. There we go. Cool, and in the space of probably ridiculously too long for what this is, you have watched a 45-degree angle being created. Actually, that plate works perfectly. I refuse to accept otherwise. That plate is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So, ooh, that's a curiosity. Let's go for the round plates. Let's see. Do you like... Oh, I forgot. Oh, yes, look at that. That plate fits perfectly. Oh, the miracles of Lego. The miracles. We love it when we get a weird connection like that, because it means that my wall can be secure, but also this can just be hidden like in the corner. I'm going to make this dark bluish grey. But basically it relies on this principle that if a straight wall comes level with a 45-degree angle like this, or studs on a 45-degree angle, I think it's every... Is it every stud? A regular amount of studs come in contact with tiles, like with plates, which I think is so cool. Let's put a 1x6 underneath again. Yeah, cool. Let's see. Is it every stud? Okay, we don't need every stud. And also we're going to need, because tiles. So, and actually it doesn't seem like it's every stud. This one's not having it. So what about this one? Nope. What about this one? No. Okay, so is it something to do with Pythagoras again? Because I remember someone... No, it really hates all of these options. Maybe it's that one there. No. So it turns out we get lucky. And just that one stud has this ability. That's fine. That's better than nothing. However, it does make me just a tad wary, because I know Studio has tricked me like this before. That was a weird glitch out. Oh, okay. Can we not glitch out, please, Studio? Thank you. Oh, it's having a funny 5 minutes, isn't it? I don't know what it is about the copy tool. Maybe it's at my end. I don't know. But it just refuses to cooperate sometimes. Let's see if we can hide more of the prism, because we're not working on it, and I can always bring it back to show you guys later if anybody new shows up. However, it seems pretty unlikely. Okay, let's bring this other pillar in now. We've got to keep going. As I said, I've got to make these for videos anyway, so I might as well do some of them live every now and again. It's fun. It's fun, it's fun, it's fun. Right. You go under there, you go under there. Tiling is one of those ones that I never find boring in this model. However, that's going to be a problem, I can already see, because we are going to need longer bricks. Okay. Right, I've now got to work out what this room's actually going to be, because it sort of impacts the walls. Let's grab a modified brick and see if we, oh that rhymes, can progress any further with this area, or whether we're just going to get to mapping out the new room. Oh, where are they going? Right. Very chaotic builder. Right, some cheese slopes then to go on here. That is all right. It's not perfect. Would it work better on the other wall? Probably. Let's find out. Because I'm not searching for a perfect match. I just need it to appear flush from the inside. There we go. That looks better. Actually, that looks so much worse. Why are you like this? Let's go down there. Cool, so we're going to have to raise it up one for the plate layer. But can't see through it, which is always good. Let's just grab another 1x6 and then actually just replace it with a 1x12, because let's not be done without things. And then we need to finish tiling in this corner, which is going to involve some 1x1s. So let's put one under there. Let's put one under there. Let's put one there. Let's put that one there. Cool. You are all well and supported. Can't see underneath you. Awesome. There we go. There we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Lots and lots of light grey, which is debatable whether that's actually good or not. Cool. Right, let's just build up this wall a little bit again. And we are going to have to deal with this now. Okay, now have I caused myself a problem? Now, as far as I'm aware, I'm going to just zoom out for a little bit, and we're just going to have a little chat about the room that we're actually building. So, this is what I dubbed the water pump room. That's my name for it. And basically, as I've discovered, this room is particularly awkward. So, if I take a look at my reference material, I will discover that this room is actually quite short to begin with. Now, it's a really, really long and tall room. This room is going to go up multiple plates. Hello, Emil. I have just seen your name pop into the chat. My apologies if you're no longer here because I ignored you. We are doing Hyrule Castle today, and I'm just working out how we're going to build this room. You guys familiar with the water pump room at all? It's a bit of a weird one, really. It has the little base for Zelda's tower, the waterfalls and stuff in it. We're going to plot it out now, I think. But first, need to work out if this door is on the left or the right-hand side of the room so I know where to put my walls. I am hoping it's on the right because that means I can just build a wall off here and we can just forget about existence of difficult things. And it'll be a corner and it'll be lovely. However, yes, it is. It is on the right side. Brilliant. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. We can get back to building a wall. So let's put you there then. Nice. And then we'll just delete these because we're going to have to change them at all. And bring them up like this. Okay. All the way up to the ceiling. Which means we can also bring all of you guys up. Now that is taller than I want. So that's going to go. And then that probably means that we're going to be stuck. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to put a 1x1 up there, am I? So, I could... I don't like it, but we could grab these off here and grab an Erling. Don't know what an Erling is. You will see in just a second. Now, I haven't actually tried this, so I don't know if this actually works as a thing. But if I grab one of these and stick them on their side... and then put my construction back in. Does it work? Yes. Good, good, good. Nope, it immediately does not work. Yay, we're good at the game. We're good at Studio. But what it does allow us to do is offset us. That doesn't work? You're kidding me. No. Studio. Oh. Fiddle. We don't like it when things fall out of stud connection range. It's never fun. I don't like this. That at all. That is really aggravating, actually. Okay, we can't use that then. And then what my next suggestion is to raise it up by 1. So, let's grab all of you. All these things we just put down. And we're going to raise it up by 1, 2. Yeah, okay, that is the right height then. Cool. And can we see underneath it again? We almost can, however, nothing a small little tile won't fix. So let's grab one of you and fill in this gap. Cool. That is a flush diagonal corridor. Nice. Okay, let's put one of those in there. And that comes close enough to the top where I am happy. I will very, very much take that. And actually, fun thing about this wall is we built this at a 45-degree angle, but it's actually currently not locked in, which means that this thing could literally just fly open on the model at any time. We will change that, of course. We'll of course be fixing that because this wall is going to come out here, meaning that it is now going to be officially locked into place as soon as I can remove that brick. We're going to have to do some funny weird angles, I think, over here because it really doesn't seem to like that piece there. We'll come back to that. Let's finish what I was starting before I get distracted. It's very, very easy to get distracted with this model because it's so big. Hi Brick Wizard Studios, sorry if I've ignored your messages or you've already left because I didn't say hi back. We're doing Hyrule Castle live today. Any questions about this project or any of the stuff we do on the channel in general, drop them down below and have a nice little conversation while I build. I'm talking about everything that I'm doing. We are building the water pump room. You don't have much time, no worries. Nice to see you drop by though. A little bit of an impromptu stream just for, well, if I'm working on the castle, might as well do it live so you guys get a little bit of behind the scenes. What I've been doing with these corridors though is reverting the brickwork texture every now and again to make these little bit more broken down sections, which I think is fun. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a bit basic. I kind of want to have more texturing on these walls, but at the moment, this will do nicely. Let's turn that back around. It does make the walls just a tad more time consuming than they should be to build, but I think it does add a lot. Admittedly, again, let's remember, we're talking about a corridor that is 3 blocks into the castle edge, and no one's ever going to see it, ever, because it's just so ridiculous. Right, how big is this? Is this a 4x10? Okay, we want to change this to a 4x8. Why must we do that, you ask? Because I said so. No, more specifically, we're going to grab some tiles. We need some tiles to allow the wall to work down here at the bottom, or at least the first stage of the wall. I have no idea what I'm going to do when I get to the top. I am 100% winging it. Okay, that works. Let's now slide you. I put that wall back there. Don't need that wall. There we go. Okay. Oh, that is a big gap. We weren't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. Can I just do the magic thing, though? The thing I did over here? My favourite technique for plugging holes. I mean... Oh... No. Shame. Shame. Rubbish. Rubbish, 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 rubbish. Okay. What am I going to do then? You know, I don't actually know yet. Let's try our technique one more time. That's certainly not flush. Why? Angles. I mean, that's another option. We could just steamroller the wall. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's flush, right? And then, that's an idea. That's an idea. We go to bricks. We go to round. We grab a cylinder. So Emil says, I don't know how you do this. I once made custom guardians and it took 3 days and lots of tears. I had to order parts from 3 different countries. I mean, who's to say that there aren't lots of tears over this one as well? It's a big project. I've been burnt out on it about 3 times. I definitely feel your pain with things taking 3 days. I mean, what, have we almost been here an hour? Like, let me check my runtime. We have been here for goodness knows how long. Does anything tell me? We've been live for, oh, it's only been half an hour. Wow, it feels like a lot longer. And I've built, what, the sum total of a wall? And I definitely agree with you with Bricklink. I've ranted multiple times about Bricklink just being a pain. Just because in certain countries it is so obnoxious to get parts that it's just ridiculous. I really have my issues with that website sometimes. And I really shouldn't, because in theory they're a lovely website to use, right? Every Lego fan's dream. I'm wondering if I can put a wooden pillar here or just some detail to hide the wall. So let's do that. Yeah, no, custom designing takes different amounts of times for everybody, and I think it's really important that you just keep going, you keep building your skills. But no, I really do. I understand your pain. I really don't know how I pull it off. I mean, the other day I had a comment literally going, how long is this thing going to last? How long are you expecting before you finish this build? And I said, before I have it finished in real life, potentially a decade, just because I'm so unsure. There are no details on this wall. That's unfortunate. I mean, hear me out, guys. What if we just add a wooden pillar? Oh. Crime. Criminal. It's criminal. No. I don't think I can do that, can I? Add the wooden pillar back, maybe. Who knows? Oh, this one's a pain. Okay, how bad does it look if we just keep going? Will it look that bad with a divot in the floor? Who knows? Let's find out. This is what we're here to do. The shock from you guys' faces, yes. Yes, the absolute shock. An inaccurate pillar placement. You know, guys, I said this is an accurate castle. You guys know that there are so many things that are squished and smushed in this thing, right? This build is nowhere near accurate. I know. I said accurate. I said perfectly accurate Hyrule Castle. But It's close enough. It's close enough. Like, you're going to remember, minifigures are not human proportioned either, which is, again, that brings me on to my Lego Mario tirade, as always. However, I'm not going to bring that up today. No, I will not add the heinous wooden pillar. Funny. What we do need to do is build up this plate though. So this is going to be our water pump room. I'm going to get some coloured studio bricks out in a minute, and we'll mark out the big features. Committed the biggest crime ever. I really have, you're right. Now, is the real crime removing the wooden pillar though? Okay, that's disgusting. We're going to have to do something about it. Oh, this is... No room in this place can ever be easy, right? You realise this room was going to be straightforward. If you guys were here at the beginning, which I'm pretty sure none of you were because I never told anyone I was going to do this, I had this wall on a straight, so we've made an angle. How many bricks have been used in the castle? Now that's a great question. So in part 7, I did a Hyrule Castle test file, right? There was everything together, and that was just the docks and the outside, and that was already at 11,000. So I imagine, given like the another 6,000 that's in the prison section, we could be approaching 20,000 already. Now, I will say that number is largely offset because every single corridor is made up of 1x2 tiles. There's thousands and thousands of bricks of water as well, which is something. So there's a lot. I think we're on track for somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000, 100,000 I should say, and 200,000 Lego elements, which means it will be less than the Joseph Zawada Hyrule Castle, which is beneficial, really. However, I think this is structurally bigger than his. However, it's not about the competition, it's about building the Breath of the Wild castle. I think this works, right? This is a thing. Using panel pieces. I should have thought about this earlier, if in all honesty. I think this wall here should be fine. Let's just build it back up again. Let's come around this side. No, as for bricks in the castle, I have no real estimate. I'm hoping that by the time I actually get around to building this in real life, Lego will have realised that adults want to build big things and will have brought out a new service or something where I can buy pieces easier, because otherwise this thing's going to be an absolute nightmare. However, I'm also choosing not to think about it now and just focusing on the part we're doing, which is always cool. Right, there is a ugly gap down here. We need to fix that. So I need a wedge. I need a wedge plate again. Wedge plates, I'm telling you, they're the savior of this whole thing. This is the wrong one. Left and right wedges. So how familiar are you guys with Studio? Like, how often do you guys build digitally? I know we had some mentions in the chat already. This is going to bug me. That would be expensive. You're absolutely right, that would be expensive. We can hope that we can just do it slowly. The thing is, right, Lego needs to stop making good sets, because I would never be able to afford this castle. But the thing is, right, you just do it a bit at a time. And bricks and pieces isn't too bad. I think I priced it up for the dock segments, where I could get all of the blue tiles I needed for £30, so about $50. So yeah, it's really, really expensive, but I mean, can you deny that it wouldn't be worth it? Hence why there's no time limit on the project, because otherwise, trying to say I will spend X amount of money in the next month is horrific. That is a horrific idea that we will not do. Okay, hope that technique sort of explains itself, what I've done here. Studio got updated last night. That was where I was going. I want to check quickly if the new roller coaster track pieces were added to Studio. So let's just search roller, because I have a custom set that I've been waiting for the new track elements for. No, they've not been added. Sad. I'm waiting for the new loop coaster track to come, because I want to build a certain minecart ride from a certain Zelda game. However, that's not important. I built a few things in Studio, but I'm lost with the brick names and I'm not a good builder. Yeah, that got me at first. There were so many bricks where I was like, this is a brick, right? And no, it's apparently not. I'm still not happy with the way they've done it. They've made it a lot better. It used to be in Studio 1, the the palette itself was horrific. Like, you'd have things that I personally think should have been bricks or round that were just in plates and tiles. I'm still not happy. If we look at tile modified in particular, disgruntles me. I personally see... have they actually removed it? Am I about to be proven wrong because they've changed it? Oh no, it's in plate modified, isn't it? See what I mean? I'm all over the place with Studio. Personally, I think a jumper tile is not a modified plate. I know it's got a stud connection at the top, but so do some of the modified tiles. So this thing here, personally, I think it's in the wrong category at all. Like, why is it where it is? It shouldn't be, at least in my opinion. It's just one of those little things. So I agree with you. The Studio palette is honestly quite horrific at times. I could, when I'm finding a new piece, like if I'm trying to work out if it's in the system at all, quite often I literally just have to go search the part number, because I guarantee you I have no clue what Bricklink's going to classify it as. Because, yeah, again, it comes down to Bricklink. They do weird things. It's like they're willing to put the majority of the Mario stuff as seeing them as minifigures. But if you look back to some of the other collections and things, so stuff that you really should have as listed as minifigures, yeah, no, it should 100% be a tile. It's just, it bothers me to no end, that one. But I've learned now, right? You make that mistake once and you learn. It's when they add new parts that it gets worse. The one I always struggled with is when they added the minifigure poser piece. I always kept looking in minifigure utensils, because to me it is a minifigure utensil. However, nope, it's a bar. Even though it has a stud on it, you could make just as much of an argument for that being a modified plate as anything else. Right, okay, we've got to start planning. So let's take this wall over. That is an incredibly ugly, untextured piece of wall. Let's get a 1x4 out. Let's bring this wall over. How far do we want to go over? I don't think it should be too far. I mean, we've got to be careful because there's the slope here. So we've got to be careful of this trajectory. But I've also got to leave enough space. Hey, Jackson. Nice to see you. A little impromptu stream here. We're just building some castle. We are doing the water pump room. This is, I've realised, looks incredibly weird because the prison's over here, but I had to turn it invisible because I started lagging. And now it just looks like I'm building this random floating corridor. Like, literally no one can tell this is Hyrule Castle, which is great. That's exactly what we were after. Okay. Planning time. Let's make this thing a little bit more recognizable. So I'm going to leave it white so that it's nice and clean to see. And I'm going to bring up my reference material on my other screen. So how is everyone doing today? Anyone up to anything interesting, Lego or otherwise? Lots of exciting things going on. Is the summer, of course, while of course I'm panicking over here trying to plan. So we're going to use plates. Use 1x1s. Okay. So the first thing is there's a little corridor, and then we've got the Zelda tower base. So let's get this in red. I remember looking for the bar piece, and I searched like Lego minifigure stick thing or piece, something from Google, and I did this for like every piece that wasn't a normal brick. Yeah, no. Studio's rough. Did you know though, you can actually make your own custom palettes. So if it's pieces you use a lot of the time, I've been I want to make a custom palette for just like commonly used things. So like put all the plates in there, the bars, the stuff that I go to all of the time, because there's some stuff in Studio that I just always go to. Right, I'm scared about this though. This is going to be the Zelda, the tower base, you know, like the round tower. If I get this wrong in scale down here, I'm going to have a horrid time when I get up the top. Like, how big does this thing actually need to be? In my head, maybe like a 16x16 plate. Like, the thing is, this is only half the tower, right? Because it curves in, and then there's a bit of it that's actually outside of the room. So I don't have to worry too much. I just have to choose a circumference circle that I'm happy with. Yeah, no, Emil, you can make custom palettes. I've got loads and loads here. You can make an add palette button down here. You should see it at the bottom. And then you can right-click on pieces. So if I wanted to put the 1x1s, I can add to palette, and then I can click which palette I want to add it to. So I could add it to the 75274 TIE Fighter palette that I have, apparently. And you can just do that for all of your common pieces, which I think is easy. I don't like white in studio. We're going to have to change that. Right, back on track. Let's get a 1x4 brick. Let's bring this over. Right, so you come out that door and then you're immediately faced with like the tower. I think that this is a good enough size for the tower, which means we then need to bring it this way. Obviously, it needs to be longer, so let's grab a 1x2 here. Now, I've got to be careful because this thing should be no longer than 2 base plates, I believe, is what we're going for. Because, as in like 32 by 32, so I think I can get away with 1 more, perhaps. Yeah, I know that's a modular and a half in depth. But if we think about where this is going, this is S plate, this is K plate, this is E plate. So yeah, it's right in the middle of the castle because E, F. So as long as it stays on this thing, we should be fine. Zelda's tower's closer to the right position than I thought, which is good. Let's continue blocking that out because that obviously needs to be a perfect square because we're going to be using a rounded or a hinge plate technique or something. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's right? 4, 8, yep, 12. Cool. That looks tiny. Am I happy with that? Oh, he's hiding out on the underside. I'm not sure I'm happy with how small that looks because there's going to be a wooden like plinth around it. I think that looks slightly off. Let's move them one. Is it just this thing? It looks a bit better. Still not great. Oh wait. We need to make it longer, don't we? Because this side's not a complete. It's not a complete square. So if we do that, that looks better. Cool. And then that gives you a portion of the room. So we're going to make this one of you longer. And then we'll turn it off here. We're just building a very scuffed wall at the moment. Just to see if we're clear. Okay. Is that going to be a problem? I think we'll be fine. Right. Okay. So we come into the room. We've got the Zelda tower. There will actually be, this is the portion of the room which is like at this height. So let's put this in blue. Like all of this room goes up to this height until this blue line where it just shoots up about 6 plates in height. It's a really, really tall room. So, so that's fun. So then what happens after we go round the Zelda tower? So let's have another look at our reference material. Oh, there's plenty of studio tricks. How many of you guys know about the shortcuts and things? Like how to use control keys and things to do copy and paste. I mean, I do mine customly, but I have zoom on mine, I think, as well, right? I have in and out, 9 and 0. Yeah, so I've got the zoom controls on my keyboard. I've got changing to copy mode, standard mode. I've got connect on mine as well. I have hide. And I have obviously Control Z and stuff, and other things as well, such as rotate. Right, let's see. I'm just using this 10-second of video clip because it's such a pain to do this in real life. So thank you to Level Up Royal for producing a good video. However, I don't think it's going to be much use for me here, unfortunately. What? So at the end of the room, there's this like weird thing that's like halfway up. No clue what plate layer this is going to be on. So the room opens up after a tower. It opens back up, but we've got a couple more functions because we're going to have to do grated floors again because this whole thing's like on grates. So I want to use the Harry Potter windows again, I think. However, it might potentially be better to use like proper bars on their side. We'll see when we get there. It might be that I try and like implement them with like sausages or something like ridiculous to try and make it work. So let's look up a Korok walkthrough for Hyrule Castle, that is. Have anyone been playing any games recently as well? I've been doing some Luigi's Mansion in real life. and then that ended up with me buying Lego Luigi. So that was a fun trip. I've got to try and resist buying the Luigi's Mansion sets now, despite how good they are. Just because I'm waiting for the Titanic to come back in stock. Any of you UK people will know Titanic is out at the moment. No fun at all for anybody, which is a shame. Okay, there are grills on the floor. That's fun. Let's go back again and let's watch that. We're going to plot out the grills because I'm thinking 2x2. I think around the tower I can get away with using the Harry Potter windows. And then when you come around the corner, this is an obnoxiously tall room. So this part here, let's do the grills in black. There's going to be a rough line of grills. Oh, no, don't do by connect. We've been playing the Skywalker Saga. Now that does look like a good game. Still haven't bought it, but I am just consistently impressed by that one and all the little fun things they've got. And have you managed to complete it yet, or you're doing the post game, or just doing the level modes and things? Right, where does this grill go? Okay, then it turns apparently. Ugh, was that 1x5? No, 1x6. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It turns up by a little bit and goes up to the corner room. Yeah, I'm happy with the length of this room. I don't think it feels too short or anything. So let's put a 1x10. See, that's a pretty big area for that. So I don't know if that's going to necessarily be worth it. Oh, it's a pretty big waterfall in the corner, isn't there? So let's go instead for a 1x12. I hope you guys know what room I'm talking about, or else you guys have got no clue what's going on. Mostly sorting Lego. You got your Switch with you. You're out family thing. Sorting Lego is it's a thing, isn't it? It's rough. But it does have to be done. I've been, if you guys remember the Mario coaster from last year, I've been trying to fix up my sets from that because I can't stand having my sets incomplete. So that's been a fun challenge. That means I've rebuilt the roller coaster recently, which is fun. That is still a great set as well. So that's always good. Right. We have to decide on how we're going to do grills on the floor. Right, let's get some parts out and let's see. So this is the rough structure of the room. I know that's a bit in the wall. Okay, so we've got a big rectangle here. We're going to have the waterfall. Let's put that in a 1x12 plate. Let's put the waterfall here. We'll put that in blue and we'll change this to a pink one. So we've got our room here. We've got our red area for the tower. We've got this line, which is going to be roughly where the grills are going to go. This is a big square of grills. And then we've got a waterfall here. And then the room will cap off around here. Gone through all the levels and you're going back and getting all the collectibles. Oh, nice. Is it easy? Because how filled out are the levels? Because when I watched the playthroughs of the game, I felt like the levels were incredibly short. And I love a free play mode, don't get me wrong. But I would have preferred them to be a little bit longer. So the idea of the collectibles making the levels longer, does that work, or is it not like that? I mean, I could be entirely wrong. Let's get some plates. Okay. Right, now what I don't want to do is I do not want to make a custom design for these grills. Now this would be ideal. I would love to be able to use this plate here, like this fence, because that is almost the perfect texture. Yeah, the grills in the floor are square, but who's going to care about the diagonals? You know, Lego sorting, not the most fun, but still important. I think the collectibles are potentially the best part of the Skywalker Saga, though. Like, the more I think about it, like, I love all the characters. They're fantastic. No, that's okay that you're not interested in the gaming meal, though. I mean, not every Lego or Star Wars fan is going to be interested in everything. It's like I'd prefer people to to see Lego sets that aren't for them as just things they don't have to buy rather than things to hate on, because at the end of the day they are art for somebody, and some designer poured their absolute soul into making them, and now we come along and just trash them. So that always gets me a little bit upset. But they can make the levels a bit longer. That's good. I assume some of them are still obnoxiously short, though. I don't know whether it's just the Star Wars format. I just felt very satisfied by the length of like the Lord of the Rings levels and stuff. But then again, maybe that's my Lord of the Rings bias coming through. So maybe we shouldn't take that too seriously. Okay, we want these to be just a little bit recessed. Luckily, we've got that ability. So I think it's time we remove this plate. And we give this a go. So let's get some plates out. Let's start blocking. Okay, so we need grey plates underneath. So I'm going to hide this base plate for now because frankly we're not using it. And let's get a rightly sized plate up here. So this is that's tiny. Sometimes you forget how big, even that, like the 8x8 even looks small. It does look good. You've only heard praise about it. Yeah, no, Skyward Sword Saga is a good game. I think the levels are potentially, just in their shortness, I feel like they've gone bite-sized, but then again, you forget how many are in there, and then having the free play as well. My biggest issue with the game is the fact that Kojima doesn't have a planet. Like, what purpose does that serve? Like, why doesn't it have a planet? Like, is there a lore reason why you can't go to Kojima's surface, or is it just that they literally could not be bothered to design potentially one of the most interesting planets that they could have put in that game? I think that was my final straw. But the rest of it looks fantastic. The character sections I mentioned. So many weird and wacky ones, which of course you guys know I love. So that's great. 8's too big, which means we've worked with 7. I don't want to work with 7. That's going to be annoying. What's this? 6x12. Cool. That's a good size. That's a good size. We can work with that. And then we will get a 1x12 to go alongside it. This could potentially make the floor really weak, but again, let's remember that this thing is going to be sat on plate pillars and can be reinforced as much as it needs because there's a giant hollow space underneath, which we can use. I just can't do that in Studio because if any of you have ever used Studio stability function, I wouldn't bother. It's really not worth it. It doesn't do a good job at doing what we need it to do. Okay. Now I need to make a bridge. So how wide are these? I think these are 2 bricks tall, which means let's make a 4 wide gap. Cool. Then let's grab us I wish the dogs would be quiet. Not my dogs, but I don't have a dog. Let's put that there. It's very, very hot here. Right, there we go. This didn't work. Why is it like this? Oh no. Oh no. No. No thank you. Please be plate thickness. Please don't make me do this. Oh. And whoever said there was no crying involved in this was severely mistaken. Oh, all we know is pain. So, we've now got to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And actually, you know what? Let's be exorbitant. Let's add a 1x. Why is it rotating like that? Let's add a 1x4 brick if it would rotate. Why isn't it possible? It doesn't line up. It's not in studs, and I don't want to add a tile gap on the other side. Like, let me explain. So, because this plate is not responding. Okay, so where I had this brick here, 3, 4, 5, we had this here. This gap here is less than a stud. Yeah, I could stick a tile on the side here, but it won't be flush, it won't be pretty, and that makes me sad. Also, I've just realised that this is too low, so let's up that by 2. It's because I forgot about the tile layer, which is going to come in here. Okay. So, what we're going to do, yeah, it happens when you build sideways sometimes. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this flush here, which is nice and recessed. Do you see that? Just that little bit of recess. That's what we want. And then we're going to move this one back by 5 clicks on my mouse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is the equivalent of moving a brick laterally, which is a good measurement if ever you need it. So now this brick is going to behave or not. Why is it Why is it breakdancing? Right, no, we're getting a new one out of the inventory. That is awful. You know when I said, hey, turn 90 degrees, and it turns 45 degrees, flips up in a circle, and does a triple backflip? It's because we're building on a 45-degree angle, which is why I don't like building on a 45-degree angle. I should have titled this stream, Octane does something he never likes doing. Building on angles. Why is it breakdancing? Yeah, see, I have comedy. We're comedy genius. Right, we need to move this again. Shocker there. Move it 5 to the right. And when I mean 5, I really do just mean one player. There's nothing useful about what I'm saying to you guys right now. Again, all of the plates just being different. Let's go for an 8 because we're going to do a corner. And everything's floating as well, by the way. Like, isn't that just perfect? Admittedly, we will be putting something underneath it because I'm not going to allow my beautiful pink exterior to shine through on this. So what we'll probably do is we'll probably put some olive green or some blue or something down there just to make it match a little bit. So what we've got now, this central bit's really not going to matter because we're going to have a giant tower in here. The point is there are grills around the thing. Literally me use... That's a good one. That's a good one. Literally me trying to use Studio in a nutshell. Yep. Why is it doing what it's doing? The brilliant thing about this plate as a whole is I often talk about how these things are supposed to be detachable, and I am building something that is particularly undetachable. Oh, the words, they're not flowing. I need more sleep. Can't start building. Right, what am I trying to say here? The Legos do be breakdancing. That is incorrect Lego grammar. Yeah, it's used for comedic effect, so I will give it a pass. But actually, it is why is the Lego breakdancing? Sorry, we are a stickler for grammar. What am I trying to say? This here, it is attached to a corridor here at this point here. This part here is attached to the K plate, which is currently invisible beneath here. Yeah, I know sleep's good. I know sleep is good. I like sleep. It's too hot in the UK. You should know, Jackson. It's impossible to sleep right now. At least not until later in the evening. At least I assume you're in the UK, Jackson, judging by the time you watch the videos in the morning. Who knows? I'm guessing randomly. So what I'm saying is this segment is going to float. That's all I'm saying. This segment is going to float. It's going to exist. It could mean that, like the docks, where ABC plates, they're all stuck together. I can't actually take them apart because the details are too much of a pain. K and S are supposed to be stuck together, but at this rate, it's looking like it's going to be K, S, and T, so the plate that goes here, just so that this thing can provide support and not, collapse. However, who knows? You can't build it in real life. And you know what? Let me just turn on stability. If I turn on stability mode, it freezes, it puts up a checking logo, and it does this. This is horrific. Have any of you ever used this mode before? Because this is... I love how it's... I've got 29 clutch power issues, most of which are rising from my wall here, because obviously this is not going to hold this up. It knows that this is too heavy to hold it up, but it doesn't understand anything of what I'm doing. The big green circles are the weight distribution, which seem to be incredibly bugged out right now. And the two stability issues are the fact that there are giant plates, I think. I have no idea. You don't live in the UK, you just wake up incredibly early, or you're in Europe or something. I should stop guessing, I don't need to know. I just assumed because you wake up so early. But no, in the UK, it is incredibly, incredibly hot, and it makes sleeping really difficult because we are not built for heat like this at all. So I apologise for assuming your country. Okay. How on earth am I gonna... Oh, only pure pain. Right, let's get a... Right, we're gonna do this really scuffed style. We're gonna go with one of these. Corner brick. And then we're going to grab this, and we're going to pray to everything good in this world that this is flush. Please don't make this difficult. There we go. Nope, it's out again. It's all right. Oops, spelling. Oh, you guys are great. Let's move that back. Let's move that forward by 2. So it's the exact same thing on this side. So apparently nothing I make is nice anymore. Okay, that should work, except for I don't have the plates to test it. So back underneath we go, giving you guys some vertigo. And let's add in some more floor. It's floor time! Woo! My favourite time of the day! Streaming's fun. Cool. Plate. 2 by 10. That's 10 gap. Nope, it is not. We cannot measure, apparently. No, I'm not doing an off-center thing again. This is not happening. So that's a 2... That's a 2 by 12? Yay, floor. I agree, Emil. Yay, floor. Upside down time. 12. This is going to be one short. Why do I always build things that are odd numbers of studs? I hate it so much. You know, let's move it in by 1. I'm not having it. I'm not going to play ball with you. No, thank you, sir. And then I can get 2 by 10 and do exactly what I wanted to do the first time, which means that the rest of this corridor will be by 12. See? He's smart. He knows what he's doing. Oh, wow. This is new. What size is this? It's 12. Oh, wait. There are no 12 by 12 plates, are there? Okay. Yay, floor is done. Well, for more of the floor, which allows me to come back over and work on this grill, because now I can see what I'm doing. Again, really, really beneficial. If you're a Lego designer in your free time and you can't see what you're doing, you have made many mistakes. No, we are making this flush. I don't care how the connections work. This is happening, whether it likes it or not. So I believe that is perfectly 1 plate too short. Now, is it going to upset me? Why is it... What on earth did it just grab? Oh, oh, you're kidding me. Oh. It's half a plate. That is... No, not even half a plate. 1/5. Whose idea was it to use these fences? Yeah, I know it was my idea, but shush. Oh. So here's the plan. We're going to make it bigger. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That should work. And now it should be a plate. Yes! Okay. Look, it looks messy. We'll deal with it in a second. Yep, turned into a bear. Definitely. Okay. Right, now I do actually have to think about this because I have got to put pillars on this thing. So, the genius thing about these grills, and what I'm really hoping isn't going to bite me in the back later, is I can bring out our favourite wooden pillar from earlier in the stream, and I can turn it upside down, and I can just shove it in that hole. Which is, by the way, exactly where it's supposed to be in the game. So, he knows what he's doing. Is this the perfect size for a window? Would be lovely if it was. Again with the breakdancing pieces. Oh, why are you like this? I promise we're having a good time, right? This is not just me suffering. This is what these streams are. We will do more of these as well as I get more comfortable. So it's not big enough to put a window. Not the wooden pillar. Yep. In fact, let me christen it. There we go. We're going to have loads of these because this tower is like surrounded in stuff. So I could just try and fill this in using black tart plates, and it would look boring and horrible, and there'd be a giant black thing on the ground that didn't look like the grills. Now, I don't mind like the 1 plate lines because it looks like reinforced steel. However, we need to find a way to shove this fence in there because this fence looks cool. So basically, this has to go This has to slide over. This has to slide over. That's going to bug me. Hopefully the tower covers that. This is a great time. It's very entertaining to watch. I'm hoping I'm giving you guys some insights. You're getting a sneak preview. This thing won't show up for a couple of weeks. As I said, I don't know if you guys were here earlier when I mentioned, I had to modify this file just to hide what I've been working on. Because do you guys know what is above where we are? What do you guys think is above what we're working on today? That's a good question. That's gonna so annoy me. Okay, that's got to go. Do you guys know what's above here? That's a good question. I'll let you give you some time to answer. Because we are obviously close to the prison. I know it's really, really abstract. Trust me, the reason that no one's done this model of the castle, at least accurately, is because it's so painful. It's really, really difficult to understand what's going on at like all times. Because of the way the castle's laid out. No idea. So, let me orientate it. So this here, I've got to do some imagination time. This is the slope that leads up behind the prison entrance. So where my mouse is right now is the prison entrance. And you would go down the corridor. Prison would be here. Hinox is over here. Now, behind the Hinox thing, there's this corridor. West Passage goes off this way. And this turns into the big water pump room, which is actually the base of Zelda's tower. Now, basically, unbeknownst to anything on YouTube, which makes it incredibly frustrating for referencing, there's a pond here. So I've been designing a pond. A floating pond, even more floating than this. And it has been a pain because the clearance on this pond there is no clearance. Like it actually comes down and touches these tiles because of like the layering. Because I use the Ninjago City technique, where you put the water and stuff in. So I've been building on a pond, continuing that long goal of moving the slope upwards. So the big slope. Yeah, seriously don't worry about it because it's so hard to understand anything of what's going on in this place. Like the floating islands. I really hope not, because that makes it very hard to build in real life. No, it's just because I don't want to make a load of big pink columns, because you know how in the other parts I've what's the word? I've done bases. I've done lots and lots of like flying base stuff where it's like where I've put giant pink pillars with like Technic beams to secure everything in. There's no point in doing that in real life because no one knows where the structure is going to be, so it will just have to wait until it is built in real life. So let's bring these guys down like that, and let's go grab one of these corner tiles. I remembered I had one underneath, good memory I know, and we can put it there. And just like magic, if we fill in a couple more of these tiles, we're going to make some dinks in this floor because I imagine that this floor is going to be well used. In fact, I might even add a puddle or something just to, break up the solid grey lump that this room is at the moment. Let's get some 1x1s. And actually, let's delete these red things too, because we don't need them anymore. It's easy, just deny gravity. Absolutely. Wouldn't that make everything so much easier? It really would, to be honest. That's the funny thing about like the Minecraft sets though, right? They've done incredibly well considering Minecraft no gravity. It's just another curious little thing. Right, we also have another issue here. So that goes there. And I've got this big plate in here. We're going to shove a 1x12 in there for now, just so it's long. I know, that's a great reason to do this, but I can't do it. Never mind. 1x8. I'm not removing that other yellow thing. Build it like in Minecraft. Yep. Because that's surprisingly one of the more useful tools for building this castle. Apart from that 3D model I have of the thing, like in a program on the computer. Looking at people who have recreated the castle in Minecraft, because apparently you can do that, makes it really, really easy to see how things have been done. Okay, we need to add another breakdancing 2x2 here, which means we can add this. Cool. Okay, it's coming together. It's working. We have a proportion of grill. That is actually... Okay, that's good. This is restoring my confidence. Emil has a point. Just deny it like gravity. Okay. I think it is time to remove the other big yellow plate. And then continue. So these should be 1x4s. However, first we're just going to use this one to continue building in nowhere. It's actually more challenging than you would think to build over nothing. You wouldn't think it would be hard, but you've got to build supports. Yeah, the whole Breath of the Wild map in Minecraft, not the one I used for it, but I did think that was incredibly impressive, right? Like, it's just having the patience to do that in that game in particular. It's just insane. I mean, I love it as an idea. I just mean, never could I ever, really. Right. But that's basically, like, not a similar scale, but the scale of effort he has to put into that model to get that to work is about the same as we've got to put into this castle because of how the castle works. Oh dear. Because of how big the scale, right? His scale is a lot smaller because one Minecraft block, etc. But yeah, no, it's crazy. Right, we got to fix this because this is a problem. Because I just realised that this is the problem with building floaty. This thing is not attached to anything, and that is a problem. We need to get some sideways snot stuff. This is the problem with snot, right? It takes a lot of practice to know what you're doing with the angles and stuff. And every time I do one of these builds, I then go back and think, well, now I know how to do it better. That's not a useful thing to do, though. Oh, right. Is that... No, that is not a thing. We can't do that. We can't do that. Let's potentially switch around this oh no, don't delete it. Switch around this 1x8 here, and then maybe that will offset this enough for the thing to go in the hole. Potentially. Ooh, no. It's in there. Is this one of those times where it's actually in there, or is Studio just... Yeah, Studio's mucking with me. This doesn't... well, how do I put this, Emil? It has been considered at a point. There was a time where I thought I could pull it off. That time has long since passed. However, I think by the time I'm done with this, it will have expanded to Castletown. I feel like that's where this is going. Because, I mean, why not, really? I mean... Like, you're going to have this giant castle, and you're telling me I don't have room for another meter segment of castle out the front, or like because it would be so cool to have like the color mess and stuff of all the things. However, we'll take things one step at a time. We'll see how things go. We don't want to bite off more than we can chew, even though that's literally what I've already done. Also, help. This is impossible. What is this angle? Can I try the other side? Is that gonna let me... Does that work? Please tell me that actually lines up this time instead of being obnoxious. Nope, of course it doesn't. Oh, you liar. You fool. What about if we go sideways? No gaps. No gaps. No, we're not doing gaps. What if... I just do this instead. Wait, that doesn't... Oh, okay, right. Sorry, I didn't get it. There's a gap there. Oh, wait, no. We can do it. We can make this work. So that is a weird amount of studs, I'm going to be honest. Hence why I just blocked in. Ooh, what if we do that? That could be fun. Well, not fun, but it could work. So... The funny thing about this is it should really be upside down. There we go. Oh no, that's way too recessed. Let's undo that. So the funny thing about this is its grill lines are actually up higher than these ones over here. So let's do some magic then. We've got to do this at some point anyway. So what kind of pieces can I shove in this hole? Nope, okay, nothing, okay. That was a very instant fail. Mystery time. There has got to be a combination of plates that works for this. What if we use the right, that's what they call this thing. This thing. No, that does not work. There's a part in this part collection that shall do this job. Do the entire Breath of the Wild map, human scale and Lego. You realise that we would never have even finished the docks by now if that was the project. Because that would be huge. That's how hard it is just to make anything that's human scale out of Lego. Even a toilet would be just huge. Like, half the rooms in this castle would just be entirely grey infinity cubes. And it would be horrific. I promise you that. Also, that is out of my budget. I mean, this is out of my budget, but that is 100% on another level out of budget. Which I think you guys can appreciate, considering I have no idea if even this is going to be possible. We hope. We stay optimistic. That's the point. Okay, that is this is the thing. Why? Okay, what if we try a different angle? What if we flip this round? Now there are no connection points at all. Yay! We love that. It does bring up an interesting point about this stuff though. What if we could hijack this somehow? So, this exists. So I can put a 1x2 brick here. That is a thing I can do. It then creates this very tiny and annoying gap. Oh yeah, I remember the Hobbit hole one. That was done by a special team of master builders as well, meaning that I am 100% not qualified. I would hope that if we did see Lego Zelda, we'd at least see like those giant minifigure sculptures of Link or something. That would be pretty cool, I think. Methinks, but who knows? Who knows? I need a special plate. I need a bracket. Well, I don't, but I need a bracket of some kind. Because I can make that flush. That can be a thing. And then I've just got to find a way to fill this gap. Which might be harder. It might be easier said than done. Oh, yeah, no. Hobbit hole was really, really cool. I remember seeing that. That is a thing. That works. Ah, no, 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 no. I was so close to making it work. Oh, that's so sad. What if we just attach it from below? There's a crazy idea. Or what if I just didn't bother with that grill? I just want it to be flush. It's not too much to ask. Thinking. Now this is the pressure of being live, right? As I've got to come up with a solution, and I've got to seem intelligent and do it quickly. Bars could work. In fact, the new T-bar could be the solution here. The where has it gone? One of my new favourite pieces. This new bar, and then let's get some holy plates. Be right back. No problem at all. I will still be here suffering for a good couple of hours yet. Also, I can imagine this would be incredibly painful to watch. That is something. Not much, to be honest, but still. Right, if anyone is here, hi, welcome back to the castle. We're building a water pump room. I am struggling to put gates together because I need a special floor. Because special floors are all that give me any form of joy in this life. No, I am joking, of course. However, it would be nice to have a very nice floor. Right. New ideas, new ideas. We've got to come up with new ideas. Stamp piece, usually quite useful. We need quick ways to change direction. How many quick ways do we have to change direction? Not that many, surprisingly. Lego don't like changing direction. I think modified plate is going to be our best category of parts to look at here, because we've got stuff like the ball joints. I mean, technically, there's nothing stopping me from doing some form of like allele connection or something. However, we try to keep this within the studio limits as much as possible. Just got to do some thinking. Just got to do some thinking. We can work it out. We can work it out. Bars. It's got to be bars. I think that has got to be it. So we grab a plate with a hole in it. Let me stick it on there. Nope, we don't. That does not work. It's because this is like an awkwardly amount of studs, because these things are a bit taller than they should be, I guess, realistically. I mean, potentially we could shove them further over, but that's no good for anybody. Let's have a look at the other fence options, not to make sure that we've not just missed one or something. You know, like how we've got this one here, we've got the small one. We could change up the design, but ideally I want to avoid that as much as possible. So we keep trying. Now maybe we can take advantage of this middle stud here. So what if we grab a brick wheel stud on the side and, oh no, rotate around the other way for me, buddy, thank you. We shove it like that. That is not a connection that I can validate. That is something. The gap here would be more dealable than anything else. So that could work. Potentially could work. Because this is going to be attached into the floor. So then it's just a matter of filling the gap. So we just need to check to see if it will take 2 plates. Of course it won't. Why would I ever think that it would do what I want? What if I turn it the other way? That doesn't give it any form of connection at all. Oh dear. A most tricky problem. Hi Brick Wizard, nice to see you back again. We are making good progress, I would say, if I wasn't stuck on the same place as the floor. However, we've done quite a lot. Anyone, I'll just give a little bit of a tour. We started over with a flat wall. It's now nicely angled, 45 degrees, and we have planned out the rest of the room, which actually took a while. Yeah, fences do look awesome. That's why I'm desperate to try and put this one in here instead of a black gap. However, like just a solid brick. And basically the point is to put water underneath them, right? So I'll put some trans blue, I think I'm going to decide on, underneath them. And then this is actually the area where Zelda's Towers, like the basement goes. So that will go like way up into the sky. However, we're only going up as high as the plate layer 0 today, or as much as we can. My dog was barking at the fish and it started to rain ice. That sounds horrific, I'm not going to lie. That sounds very, very chaotic. I think I found a solution. So we've got this new piece. Taps. We can use taps. They will look like grills. That is a great idea. Tap, 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 tap. This thing. Now... this could still go very wrong. So we want to shove that end in there. And that end in there. So we've got to go one stud over like this. And then we need to grab another piece. This is harder than it looks. This is much harder than it looks. I wonder if that gap is bracket thick. Ooh, that's a good idea. Another good idea, another good idea. So we shove this bracket, it goes deep, doesn't matter, and then we get the brick. And we shove it in there, because remember how small that gap was? Not anymore. That's not how I remember it. Oh, wait, because I've got to shove this over by a plate first, haven't I? 1, 2. And actually, while we're here, let's grab the 1x2 modified brick with 2 studs on the side. Now, okay, look. See, that's flush. Now, all we've got to do is put this 1 plate in there. Bingo, solved. We solved it. Actually, we haven't. I lied. That is actually flush. We've actually managed to fill the gap for the first time. However, oh wait, no, we did, because it's attached to this one now. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's okay. We got it. Now, can I use any other plate? Because this bracket, I bet, is expensive. Oh no, it's not too bad. Okay. We'll keep it in black. Can I turn it into light grey? No, black works better. Cool. Okay. Let's go. We've passed it. Oh no, your dad went fishing. Oh no, and that's where it went wrong. Oh dear. Dog did not have fun with that, I imagine. Why are they in bags? He just doesn't know. Okay. Right, we can actually steamroller some progress now, as long as the bricks behave. Right. No, not this again. No, thank you. Oh, it's being tricky. But we've done it. Celebration time. Party time. Right, leave that there. Bring it down. Come on. It's not hard. Just go in the... Why is it like that? I don't understand. Peace. Come on. You can do it. You've been in here before. In fact, I'm tempted just to do that. Just for now. Claps, yeah, not the breakdancing Lego, but claps, we've done it. Look, we have a flush set of grills that is actually all attached to something. Oh, hang on, let me just, yeah, they're all attached to something now. Now we just got to quickly copy this over to the other side, and in fact, I will show you another one of my favourite studio tips. So if I just select everything I want to copy, oh, not that, and then press the copy and mirror button down here. Let's press that. Oh, and it's come over here. And it's broken. Yay. Let's get rid of these red things. We know it's in the right position. Let's having a moment. Let's put that there. Maybe. Okay, grab it. Lines up. Brilliant. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. Which now means we can add the water on the underside. I should probably add some plates under here because these brackets are floating. So let's get my putting in studio is just the why isn't it possible meme. No, usually it goes quite smoothly. I really do. I amp it up sometimes. I have a lot of pain when it comes to studio. Studio can be really, really aggravating. However, it is still by far the best tool. Have you guys ever tried to use Mecha Bricks? That thing, that is true pain. It is impossible to use. Absolutely impossible. I cannot stand that program. I've tried on multiple occasions to make videos trying to compare the two. Can't do it. Hate it. I really can't. I don't know, maybe we've got some Mecha Brick users that have just completely, like, screamed internally and left. However, I hate that program with a passion. Okay, I think this should work for the water. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to undo all of our work. I'm going to take the grills and I'm going to take them on a little vacation over here, so that I can see what I'm doing. Actually, I need to bring them back first. That's a lie. I want to see how this looks. So, different technique to where we've used water elsewhere. We are going to do a double layer technique, or at least different to what you guys have seen. Can I fit a tile under there? Of course not. Why would I be so stupid to think that that was possible? Oh, wait, that's because of the things. So, let's put... that there. We're building a platform. We're doing it. We're doing it. And then how long is this? This is 4, 8. Can't count. 2 by 16 plate. Come on, this will make sense. I promise. I promise this will make sense. He tries, begging you to stay. There we go. It's in. It's in. It's doing its thing. Okay. Now we get the 1 by 2 tile. See, we're not crazy. We're not crazy. And it should fit. Brilliant. Awesome. That is exactly what I wanted. Now to explain what I'm doing. This needs to be a blue color. So dark azure, that's exactly the color I was looking for. And this needs to be trans clear. Now can you see what I'm doing? I'm making water. Water. Pronounce our T's, of course. This needs to be grey. And now we need to secure it all in. So this is something I will secure in because I refuse to leave bricks floating. So off this main thing, because this thing will be able to stick in straight to the ground. And actually what we probably will do is we probably will connect these things at least together. So this is all of the blue I need here. Then I need a... Ooh, that's not great. We need blue here too. So we're going to get a 2 by 6. Oh, it is got a lot of connection points to choose from. And we're going to slide it over. Cool. Cool. We like where this is going. And then we're going to get a 1 by 4 and put that there. That will be our blue water tile. Then we're going to get a 1 by 4 tile. Seems a bit unconventional, I know. And that's going to be grey, because that is actually beneath the grills. So we shouldn't be able to see too much of that. Brilliant. Awesome. This is working. Can't believe it's actually working. Then we can just blue over all of that. Blue over, I mean tile over. Blue over. That's not a thing. Let's go like this. And yeah, it's not much, and it's a very, very small detail. And perhaps the water should be murkier. However, I think the transparent tile sort of like diffuses the light a bit. We'll try a darker colour in just a second. Let's see if dark blue works, because that could be quite fun. So then I need... oh, the pain of the grills is back. So, change of plan. The water here is going to be a bit lower. We're going to do the 2 by 6 there, in there. And we'll do that there. Water can be at different heights. Again, how are you ever going to tell through that? You're not. It's impossible. You're lying to yourself. There we go. And slide that down 1. And get a 1 by 1 tile on the end there in trans clear 2. Okay. That is water. Let's turn it dark blue, because I think that will look better. I don't know if it looks too samey. Someone let me know which colour's better. I personally think I prefer the light azure. I think that just looks too similar to everything else we've done. But not always am I right. Not always. Okay, let's get some more plates in. So we're going to do a 1 wide plate layer around the side here, and then we just sandwich them all together. 1, the grill message. 2, attack on the grills. 3, revenge of the grills. I think we're on 3 now. I think the grills have sort of passed their point of being a problem now. I feel like we're on the home stretch with them. I mean, we're filling in the floor around it. We've actually almost won the grill wars. Because, of course, that's naturally what comes next, right? The clone wars, but with grills. Right, there we go. Copy and mirror. I love copy and mirror. Such a good studio feature. I'm so glad it exists. Okay. More of the water. No, I don't think it looks like water. Unless, but it is quite choppy water, because we are talking about grills. Oh, wait, no. I've just realised we have so many more grills to do. No! Oh, dear. What have I done to myself? Okay, so we need to put a 4 by 8 plate. how low do we go? Is it just 2 down? Okay, so we're going to put a 4 by 8 plate. That rhymes. Mate. Stop. Oh my god, stop. It refuses to cooperate. Okay. Right, just take it and then we'll move it by hand. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool, that works. Next, 4, a new grill. The grill strikes back. Return of the grill awakens. The last grill, the Rise of Grill Walker. I'm excited for Rise of Grill Walker because that sounds like the grill might actually prove helpful. I mean, I'm going to turn this around in a minute and it's actually going to look good. I think. That's the hope. That needs to be grey. Okay. Right now, do the water again. Can I grab one of these through there? Brilliant. Awesome. This is golden. This is so good. There we go. Awesome. We're awesome. We can do this. This is working. Okay. Add more wool. Oh dear. Or the Legend of Grill. Yeah, that works too. Perhaps the grill will prove beneficial. Right, let's just check something. Yeah, okay, it's fine. It's fine. No need to panic. It still works. That will be a 1 by 6 then, won't it? Although, actually, let's just use a 12. And then it can go across the other side. Nice. And then 4 like that. Brilliant. Oh, and we put a 1 by 4 there. 1 by 4 there. We turn these all to light grey. Actually, we could even put some moss on these walls. It's looking great. Great. Nice one. That's good. Awesome. Thank you for the feedback, guys. It's great. Colour. I need watercolour feedback. Please, someone give me watercolour feedback. I need to know if we should go for the dark blue, which is what we've currently got. I'll go up to the surface in just a second and I'll show you. So we've got dark blue water with the top on, or we have, please hold, dark azure. I'll leave that one on screen for a bit. That one's quite bright, but at the same time, I don't mind too much. Why did that turn dark azure? Studio's weird. Cool. We have a wall. We have grills on the floor. We have tiles that are coming across the floor ever so slowly. They're eking their way into the thing. And then we've got to... Let me start up Breath of the Wild. You like the lighter blue, Jackson? Awesome. Okay, that is 1 point for lighter blue. I'm yet to vote. And we'll see what Emil says when he gets into Breath of the Wild and sees if he's actually going to do it. You don't have to. It's jokey time. Right, cool. We need to add more plates. And to do that, we need to build more wool while I continue to give you guys vertigo with no care for your safety. Add another wool down here, which then means I can add another... Ooh, even I'm giving myself a bit of vertigo with that. Add another plate. Because wool... Oh, geez, where are we? Okay, that goes there. Then we can replicate this on this side. And then we can start securing in these plates, which is potentially going to be the most boring of today's segments. You could, don't worry about it necessarily. It doesn't necessarily about accuracy. It's more about complementing it. Because remember, this is pre-Calamity, so even Breath of the Wild is technically inaccurate for this model. So just say which one you like best, and then I'll vote, and then we're to make a decision. I'm personally leaning towards the light blue, largely because the waterfall, right? It's going to make the waterfall look so much better later on if it's in light blue, I think at least. However, again, I'm not always right. I have made many mistakes. I mean, do you remember the wool segment? Oh, because that got textured on Monday. If you've seen that video, the latest Hyrule Castle part, I finally got around to retexturing that wall segment that I hated and that you guys agreed needed some work. And it looks much better, I think, at least. All right, let's just... I know it's got studs on it, but we don't know how the tower's going to take shape yet. So I'm reluctant to do anything with that. Let's get rid of this too. Let's put another wooden pillar in, and then I think I need to go back to my research just to work out if how do I put it, where grill go. So this one up, this one the same as that, this one up, this one the same as that, so that goes like that, then like that. Brilliant. Cool. Just making sure my pavements line up. No, how many wooden bars? That's what I meant to say. Geez, sometimes I really do lose it, don't I? How many walls? Walls is what I'm trying to work on. I want to know how many upside down wooden pillars, because what we're gonna do. Yeah, don't worry, Jackson. They're there. They're not going anywhere with the videos, so I really don't mind. It's not like you've achieved a level 10 offense, and I will never talk to you again. No. Plus, I do appreciate that I put out some particularly long videos these days. I've trended a little bit towards long form content, which to some people that can be frustration. But also it just means that they take more time to watch, which means that you have to have more time to watch them, which is always a bad thing for a creator to do. At least in my opinion. Okay, next grills. Oh wait, I said I was going to go shore up the underneath, didn't I? That was a lie. Okay. Now for this one, I think it's just going to be a matter of going 1, 2... Oh, you're kidding me. It's doing this stupid thing again. Right. How am I going to solve this? Ideally, we need sideward-facing bricks with no studs on the top for this, because it ruins my tiling. However, I could probably make do with a row of 4 tiles. I mean... Or with a raised section, right? Like, let's move this out of the way. So that is once again flush. Oh, building at 45 degrees, right? Okay. I mean, who gave this alpha? Oh, you've actually gone to go look at the water. Okay. Now this room is looking a little bit bland. I'm thinking we need some crates in the corner. I mean, I don't know. We'll work it out. Let's just build up this a little bit. And then underneath, no, what am I doing? Underneath, right, okay. We need to at least attempt to secure these blue plates in, or at least connect it to the central stuff. So, let's make this our origin plate. And then, let's smack a big plate over this. So this is 7 by 7, which is just the most awful size ever. So let's go for 2 4 by 6s sideways. Oh, it really has struggle with that, doesn't it? And then let's just put a 2 by 6 down the side, actually. That will work the best. And then another one here. Cool. That is a plate network that can be in purple, or pink, sorry. My can be any part colour. Then let's stick a big 2 by 10 through the middle. That's a lie, that's a 2 by 12. I'll make that pink as well. Then let's stick a 2 by 6 over the top of that. That's looking pretty much more secure. And then, yeah, let's just do some big plates over that. So let's put some 6 by 6s. Like so. Here. And then let's just finish that off by filling in those gaps with some more pink 2 by 6s. That should be secure enough for now. I'm not too fussed. I just want it to be level more than anything. And that is indeed almost flush. That's a bit lower, but that's fine. I mean, I could just smack one really, really chunky plate over the middle. Yeah, let's just do that. Cool, cool. Right, no more addiction. That's fine. That's the same. Cool. Okay, we have another very subtle detail added to this model, and it has taken a while. Okay. Now, let's grab these. I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it incredibly wrong. Yep, no, this is not a good idea. It definitely needs something in the corner. I just don't know what. Because there's no Yahaha down here. Yeah, it's a pretty small section, I guess. Okay, we'll leave it there. We are going to look back at the source material. Can't find the room. Go to the lockup and... yeah, go to the lockup and go towards the back where you find that treasure chest next to the big grill. You've got to get into like that back corridor, the soldier corridor. It's much easier to understand when you've put hours into making a giant Hyrule castle, I have to say. Okay, so we need to know how many wooden pillars are on Zelda's room. So we've got one on the corner and one on that corner. And none. There are none in the middle. Oh, wow. I really thought there was going to be a support pillar in the middle here. But apparently not. Okay. So that brings me to my next job then. Cool. So that will be to build up a little bit more of this wall up here so that we can get to this height. Now, there's a reason we're getting to this height. And quite typically, it's in the middle of two studs, isn't it? Okay. Fine. Fine. I'll do it this way. How am I going to do that? He's panicking. He's panicking. He doesn't know what he's doing. Okay. Let's get a brick. Or with studs on its side. Because, again, I'm picky and everything has to be flush. So, we are going to put a 1x2 tile. Tile, not plate. I have 700 on the floor of this model, but I still refuse to pick any of them up and just copy them, even though that would have been easier and wouldn't have led to this monstrosity of a piece that will not rotate into position. Fine, that will do. Yes. Oh, I deleted it. Okay, cool. That's flush. That looks like a wall support to me. Then we're going to get a 1x2 plate. If we're still having trouble, Emil, just let me know again. I can give you better directions. It's just hard. Then we get a plate. We get a 1x12. Ooh, line up for me. Line up for me. Brilliant. This is working. This is working. Does anyone... My game plan might be becoming a tad clearer now. I am going to use a different brick, though. We're going to use a 2x2 jumper. The reason we're going to use a 2x2 jumper is so that this whole thing is offset. So, we're going to slide it along by one. Brilliant. This is working horrifically well. It's actually kind of scary. Plates. So this time we're going to get a 1x... Oh no, we need to do the corner first. So the corner here. Okay, we'll start with that. And then we'll get a 1x8. So basically we're building the wooden support system, right? That's the goal here. And it has been successful. Yes, there's a little gap there. Am I going to concern about it when I don't think I can reasonably fix it? This isn't like the grills where I actually think I can find it. It is directly beneath Zelda's tower, so I'd be looking around there. I'm not exaggerating when I say that that's where it is. That can go like that. So the problem with the technique I did down here with these wooden pillars is that they were upside down. And I refuse to use the half pin and a thing technique because it's technically not legal. Like, that bugs me though. You see that? This is technically not valid as a connection, which means I could have problems when I try and build it in real life because it shouldn't, well, it probably won't work. However, we will deal with that in whenever we get there. So, in the meantime, we will continue to build up this wall so that I can copy everything over. Oh yeah, because I need to actually add a wooden pillar here as well. Oh, it won't grab the wooden pillar for some reason. There we go. Come on. I mean, technically, I don't even know if putting that in a fence post is, in the fence grill is actually a legal technique either. So I could just be breaking all of the rules. So, doesn't matter. Moving on. Probably best not to think about it. Deal with it in 10 years' time. I don't know. I'm hoping it will be before 10 years' time, because who knows what's going to happen in 10 years. So, we will find out. Yeah, hopefully we get to build this thing, or at least see some of it come to fruition. That would be lovely, to not have put all of this effort in for wasted time. Is this still floating? I can't believe it. I'm going to have so many... Oh, that's part of the castle, Emil. That is actually a thing. I don't know if you knew that. That flying guardian, it like falls off the ledge. That's like its job. It's like a jump scare. It's kind of weird that it exists, if I'm going to be honest. I find it really funny, though, because the first time I thought something was really glitching, because I was doing glitches at the time, but we don't talk about that. Let's add a 1x1 in there, and I think this should be following the normal strategy of... Oh, hello. That's off. Okay, right. Of doing that, that. We're up right now. See? See? We have a purpose here. The whole point of doing this thing was so that I could get this back upright again. Because I wanted the technique, but I also didn't want to do something dumb. And I wanted them attached to the bottom. I should stop saying words that I don't mean. So the reason we did it like this is because we wanted it to be attached to the bottom, but also so that it could go right down flush to those grills, which is not something that we would get otherwise. Okay, now, strangely enough, isn't it? It's weird how this works, but we seem to make the most progress when we're building boring things. And that is sort of upsetting, really, if I'm honest, because we just built a really cool, tiny little grill feature and suffered because of it. And now I built this boring wooden frame and it completely changes the structure of the room. I mean, look at that. That's so much progress in very little time. And not only that, it's also hidden half of the work we did on the waterway. Although I am still very, very fond of this. This is very, very cool. Okay, next plates. So what's slowly happened over the course of the last 2 hours or so is I built a big yellow plate at a 45-degree angle. And I've slowly taken away that yellow plate and replaced it with a lot of smaller plates just so that I can have one underground detail. That is the general summasis of today's stream. Okay. Cool. 2x10 it is. Why am I in tiles? I need to be in plates. Scrolling to the wrong places now. That's how you know you're starting to lose it. Okay. We're making strong progress. This is the most progress I've made in the castle in like a decent month. So, because I've just been finishing up all the odd jobs, right? And rockwork sucks. Like, rockwork really, really sucks. I cannot emphasize it enough in the videos to prove to you guys that rockwork is just the worst thing I've ever decided to do in my life. It is genuinely so painful. What am I going to do with that? I suppose this could be the turning point. What a jolly good idea. No, that's a 4. We need an 8. Get in there. There we go. Cool. Right. That grill section was significantly easier. And actually the next one should be as well, because I can just sort of copy what I did over here, which is CV that. And then use our magic fine positioning tools to get one down there. Cool. Okay, is that actually what I did? No, it's not. It needs to be... Oh, no, it can be there. It can be there. That's fine. That's not a problem. Then we can slide you over this way. I have no idea if they're in line anymore. I don't think they're in line anymore. Yeah, no, they're not in line. Oh, we'll deal with this in a second when I can actually do it properly. No, 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 I need to do this. This is actually like the next step, isn't it? This is, what am I talking about? Use the criminal 1x5 plate. What a weird piece. Still, I'm still against the 1x5. Even after all this time. How did I get that to work then? How did I get it to be flush? When, by definition, they are the most obnoxious pieces I've ever worked with. But they do look great, is the problem. Oh, okay, I get it. It's just that I can't have that there, isn't it? I have to centralize it. And actually, we still need the plate anyway, so it can just sort of be built different. So it's fine, it's fine. We've got it working. We've got it working. So let's get the gymnastic spinny plate out. I need to go. Good luck with the rest of the parts of the castle. No worries, Jackson. Thanks for stopping by. Comments are much appreciated, and I will see you, I'm sure, in the comment section in the future. Glad you'll be able to get something out of this stream, and enjoy the rest of your day. Good luck. I will definitely need that. Thank you. Hopefully, I won't be going for too much longer. I mean, hopefully, I say. I'm enjoying it. It's good fun. However, there will eventually be an end point. Maybe I've got another hour in me at most, because I have got to go on a walk later. Not like a dog, I'm not being walked, but I'm meeting up with some friends. I'm going to have a nice time, because I'm not working for once. And instead we get to do this fun stuff in the morning, so that's cool. Right. Bye! You managed to find the room, yeah? Out of curiosity. Okay, progress is being made. Progress is happening. Right, let's fill in that gap. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right, then we can shove that right in there. And we are good to go. So, those aren't at tile height, are they? Or are they? Am I just being silly? No, they're not. Oh, it's not a problem after all. Awesome. The water is dark blue, but the waterfall is light blue. Okay, here's where creative license comes in. The whole water is going to be light blue. We value consistency over things. Obviously, there'll be some texturing on the waterfall. However, I would rather trust the waterfall color and make it nice and consistent than anything else. So that is what we will do. We will do the light blue. But thank you for checking for me, though. That makes it super, super easy on my front, which is awesome. So that was very, very useful. Okay, which means I can keep the water as dark as you. Which I think it almost has like a misty quality to it, which I quite like, actually. So I'm kind of glad we're sticking with it. Okay, there's the next water segment for me to colour in that colour. So what is dark blue in this build? There shouldn't be any dark blue left. Oh wait, is there dark blue? Oh wait, it's on the coat of arms. I'm just thinking. Yeah, light blue looks good, and Jackson agreed as well. So it was 3-0. Well, 3-1 and 3-1/2 with game accuracy being just a pain, but it was worth it. It was worth checking. Thank you again. Anything else I've missed in the room while you were there? Did you see anything exciting? While I attempt to get a better position to attach the water here. Why is this not working? This should just go on there. Why is this not? Okay, that's weird. What are those big, like, 10 by... Oh, those would have been great, wouldn't they? They should be under modified plate, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me just try and place this thing again, because it's being weird. No, there is something going on down there. Okay, we will deal with that mystery in a second. Let's go looking for that. That should come under, like, the bottom of modified plates. Oh, because that would be perfect for the waterfall section, wouldn't it? Is that what we were thinking? No, it's not coming up. Oh, is that it? No, that's not it. That's just a big TIE fighter piece. Yeah, let's try searching grill. I bet it's in tiles or something stupid. There's those. Oh, those are cool. Let's have a look at these. It's a big gate. I think the bars are a little bit far apart for our uses today. It was in modified plates. Those ones, right? That's what we meant. And of course, we also, I should never have underestimated the classic grill. Yeah, so the waterfall grill is supposed to be in this space here. However, this piece I sort of think is perfect. So what we may do is we may just use this and then surround it by the small 1x2 grills. Yeah, it's less detailed, but this thing is quickly becoming very, very painful to work with. An alarming rate, this is getting much harder. The grills, as I stray closer to the waterfall, it's going to become harder to fit them in, harder to angle them, and so I got the right grill, cool. So that's the one you meant. Do we agree that it is probably the right thing to use? I imagine so. Rather than using the current grill technique, keep it mixed up, keep the techniques nice and varied. This room is definitely coming along really, really well now. I'm really, really pleased. Let's fill in these gaps. Yeah, that one, cool. Okay, let's fill in this tiled area. I just worry sometimes that the build is too grey. It just concerns me. Right, we need to deal with that pink strip, but that means some heavy wall building. I feel like maybe we should be adding some sconces or something to the wall just to add a little bit of colour, like some torches. But definitely not at this level, so let's grab some Uno by Unos. And maybe we could stack some barrels in the corner or something. Again, this is the point at which we take the creative liberty, because it allows us to do so many more exciting things. So I don't know what's happening there. That is a mystery and a half. Oh, where did that go? He went down to goodness knows where. Let's just stack those up a bit. And let's deal with this corner. So, corners are always a bit awkward with this brickwork technique. Let's put one there. Cool, that works, that works, that works. And then we can shift all of these over by some as well. As long as they don't line up, that's perfectly fine. You need to go. And then we need to, actually, I can't just remove you just yet, can I? But I will. We'll be risky. Okay, cool. All of those are offset. There's one hole in the wall down here. However, we can add a little bit of variety, which again is also very, very important in the castle, by using one of these Erling bricks and then recoloring a tile on its side in dark bluish grey. And the reason we do that is just to add a little bit more texture. Probably be the easiest piece to use, but my grill technique looks better. We'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. There's a chance that I might just be able to unidirectionalize it and then it will just work. But if I try to make them all face inwards, we'll get there in just a second. I just want to deal with this wall, and then that's my next area I'm working towards. So we'll probably do that today. I wasn't planning on necessarily doing this much. I assumed this angle here would be much more painful. Admittedly, it was pretty bad, but it wasn't awful. It could have been a lot worse. Okay, that's as high as we need to go here, because I'll tile this all off later. We've got a little stud sticking up there. That'll be interesting to work with later. And then let's go in here. Now, we never want to do too many of the same thing. So, unfortunately, it looks like some of these will indeed be just normal. Okay, well, if my grill techniques looks better, we will use that, or we will try anyway. Let's try one of these. Are these common enough yet to where I can use them? No, and also they're not going to work. Okay. I just want a different bit of piece, but then again, I don't add that much variety usually to these walls, so let's just do that, and then let's flip some of you around too. It's very, very subtle texturing, but I really like the way it looks. Let's put those in light grey too. Awesome. Okay, and we just got to continue this wall down just a little bit. Just enough so that we can actually see the roofing line that I'm going to put on, because that's what we're doing. We're putting the roofing line on. Okay. This is coming together really well. I'm really pleased with this room. I was honestly quite nervous about this one, but it wasn't until this morning when I was looking at my references preparing for this, because I didn't want to be looking at them too much today, at least while we were on the stream. But the point I came across was that walls. I can't go any further. The point I came across was that the room was actually on an angle. My castle's all squiffy, so it doesn't matter. So anyway, Zelda's tower will be there. That's a better position. It's not perfect, I'm going to be honest. I might have to show you guys the other thing I've been working on. But we'll see, we'll see. Okay, let's move this across. Let's move this across for the time being too. Please line up for me. Hello. There we go. And then let's get rid of this. So, in order to make this simpler, grill go there. Cool. Grill do go there. There are 2 boxes and barrels in front of the yellow plate. You said something about boxes, so I just want to say that. Yeah, okay, so this corner here, I'll mark it with a tile. Let's see. So, is it by this coral brick? Why is there coral in this mark? Oh, flowers, okay. If it's by the coral brick, just let me know and I'll do it there. If not, we'll see. Right, how to make these grills work for us. We're going to have to introduce a new piece. This is definitely unavoidable in that regard because these pieces' connections are not brilliant. Yes, brilliant. Okay, I will come back and add barrels, and I'm going to add some in this corner as well, just using that creative license just to make the model hopefully as good as possible. What I'm considering is comboing the technique. Right? Like, that is lined up with this wall here. This wall is going to come here. There's going to be a waterfall that flows down there. And ideally, we put my grill pieces around the outside. So, this could be significantly easier than before. I could also about to be getting scammed by the pieces. So, first things first, let's move that back before I forget to move it again. Then, let's grab one of the small ones, and bearing in mind the small ones were the more painful ones to work with. However, their results were well worth it. Let's use an Erling, because I think the Erling is the saviour here. Potentially, that little bit of a recess on this piece might just... Okay, and that doesn't matter because it's going to be in the wall anyway. Okay. The blood moon is rising once again. Oh no, what are you going to do? I don't like that this is raised up. That's not going to work. Okay. Right. Back to the old-fashioned drawing board. Okay, so we can easily continue this row along here. That is not a problem. The problem is then attaching other rows. However, maybe it's not a problem. Maybe we can do something about that. So, let's get another 12er. Let's just keep this going for now. Let's get this first row of grills in. And what I will do is I will take this one more across just because I can. Awesome. Right, and the fact that this is on here, the room is now at its longest. Awesome. And it has this 12er on here, which is no good. We need to change that out to another plate. It's like a big water wheel thing, broken in the same place where the boxes are. Interesting. I will look up that one myself as well, just so I know what I'm building. But I definitely want to include in its working state, because obviously we're pre-calamity. So that could be fun. That's a useful detail. Okay, thank you for that. Actually, that could be really good for the colour palette of this room as well. Which could be interesting, fun to play around with. Okay, this one I don't have to worry about. We just need to get a 1x8 out here. And then actually attach it to something as well. So I'm thinking we're going to do like a cross brace system. So, let me explain. If I can get the break-dancing Lego piece to... I've had more than enough break-dancing pieces for one day. For one lifetime almost. Okay, go, please just go on the brick. There we go, finally. Okay, cool. This is the plan. We're going to get 1 by 1 square places. We're going to get these. I'm going to stick them at either end of this thing. And those will be covered in tiles. That won't be a problem. But then we're going to do the same thing. So let's grab some... There are lots of wooden pillars. I'm assuming you mean not on my big cube thing, because I'm pretty sure there's only 4 and then they go up all the way. Do you mean on like the back wall and stuff? Because I haven't really... Oh yeah, I think they're on the back wall, aren't they? I haven't spent much time looking at them, so we'll see how that goes later. We need to build, though, a 14 long beam, which will be made of an 8 and a 6, I think. Which we will then shove gates onto. And we'll put a 6 down too. And this will, again, this is another one, it will make sense in just a second. I'll make it all black and we'll flip it over. And we're going to attach these to either end. And then we're going to build a little platform to work on because we haven't come back to secure all this stuff in yet. Again, we will get there. Give me seconds, give me time. Okay. Does that line up flush? No, there is a minuscule gap. Oh, no. Okay. You know what? I am tempted to leave that minuscule gap because water, right? Like, we don't need to fill that. We don't need to fill that. Don't be ridiculous. We don't need to fill that. Not at all. Okay, but we now need to do this again, though. So, let's move this there. Cool. We can use our connect tool. No, we can't. Never mind. Never mind. We need to move. We get to remove the last yellow plate too. Awesome. And this will be our last row as well. Okay. Nice. Little gap. 999. Apples, Ganon, I'm coming for you. Do you really have 999? That's quite impressive. You're in the castle. I mean, you could do a quick little Ganon fight. These can be changed. Living vicariously through you while I'm building. Awesome. Right. I should stop saying awesome. Some people just say words too much. I'm starting to become one of those people, and I do not like it at all. Okay, we can fill those gaps. That's cool. Using normal bricks for once. You can't even pick up more. Wow, how many hours have you put into the game? Because I thought I'd put a lot in. But apparently I'm just incapable then if I don't have 999 apples. It feels like something I should have been able to do. Where does that go? No more apples, no. Okay, the grills are all in. Now we just have to fill in the rest of the room with plates. So, that is our next job. Potentially one of our last jobs for today. Let's start. Right, we're going to have to hide this big grey plate because it's in my way. Oh, no, don't delete it. Oh. 165. Which is shameful for the focus of my channel. I only have 50. Then again, I am very busy, huh? I feel bad. That's crazy. I mean, go on though. I mean, like, why not? Have those hours. It's incredible. Right, big plates. We need lots and lots of big plates. In fact, I may just add a huge chunky plate because I think it will work. Fingers crossed this 16 by 16 fits. That's another thing that's a thing with this project is plates can be incredibly expensive, right? Like 16 by 16s in particular can just be atrocious to buy. But that's just a me thing though, isn't it? Everything in this thing is going to be expensive. Which doesn't make much sense considering how readily available 16 by 16 plates are. I suppose they're a lot of plastic, but buying them in bulk's not going to be easy considering how many I've used in the build. Why does this plate not want to go on? For some reason, it seems to be having more and more issues with the fact that I'm at a 45-degree angle the further I build outwards this way. Yeah, 100%'s kind of rough in Breath of the Wild. I think I understand why they did what they did, but it's a shame that there's nothing for the people that want that kind of reward, which is disappointing. But I understand why they did what they did. But no, you're right. That amount of Korax, that amount of yeah, is terrifying. I do want to build a Korok one day. It'd be fun. I mean, it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen sooner rather than later too. We'll have our Korok build. Okay. This floor is finally getting its piece of edging. There we go. The new final floor. Oh, we've just got to build in this gap and then get that water on, which I should probably do first just because of how obnoxious it's most likely going to be. So I am one plate layer too short for the water, but I am right for this, I believe, so I can just stick a big long one in there. No, I am significantly lower there. Okay, how did that happen? Interesting. Interesting. That has indeed confused me and confuddled me, and I am confused and confuddled. Let's grab big plates, though. We need big plates. So, let us grab a 6 by 12. That's too big. Let us grab... Oh, no, not another 6 by 12. A 6 by 10. That is big enough for the water, or at least half of it. Does it come in dark azure? Yes, it does. Is it low enough for the 1x2 trans tiles? Yes, it is. Brilliant. Awesome. We are making headway. Cool. That is the pond done. Yeah, no. The Korok reward is... He's almost infamous now at this point, isn't it? It's just... It is quite funny, to be fair. I do find myself chuckling when I think about that one, just because of how pointless they made it. Like they really didn't have to, but the fact that they wanted to prove to people that look, you're wasting your time, is just such a meta thing for the company to do. I just find it funny. It's great. It really is great. I love it. I love that kind of thing just in general. But the thing is, right, people still do it. I mean, some of the movement tech in Breath of the Wild is just insane these days. I mean, if you've ever watched any of the speedruns and things, I cannot get over, like, the glitchiness of that game. It's a real wonder. Right, I think these can be pink too, because they should be hidden no matter what I do. Cool. It's always good to have as many pink pieces as possible. It makes the building much easier. Well, to buy, really, because of prices and things. So it means I can buy whichever part's cheapest in the colour, whereas all of these are kind of locked to the colour grey. So we need the longest 6 by something plate we can get, and that will be you. No, there's a 6 by 12, I know that. That's 6 by 14, wow. That's pretty long. Let's get that in there, but then I think this one's longer, right? That's 6 by 16. That's what I wanted. Hey, there we go. Okay, cool. The gap is filling in bit by bit. We're getting a lot closer. We're going to have a complete floor for a room by in a couple of minutes, which is exciting. Okay, so we need to fill in this gap next. I need to elevate the plates by at least one more in order to... I keep forgetting all the magic words. in order to put the water on. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, silly, silly, silly person. Really, really silly. There we go. That's pretty long. Does it come in azure? Yes, it does. I did not expect azure to be this common a colour. I really thought that it would be much, much harder to build a riverway. Ah, there we go. I was wondering. 4x4 plate is not available. Okay, I was just wonder how do people discover these glitches? Like, some of them are really crazy. Yeah, some of the movement sets they must go through, like, to get some of these things, is just like, how did you come up with that? That's insane. Like, you think about, is it item storage transfer, where you can get like a new game plus save that has end game level equipment, but it takes like an hour to set up. Like, a glitch that literally takes an hour to do, and if you mess up, that is not just a reset in a speed run, because obviously it's not a speed run category, but like, it's just mind-boggling. It really is. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. The other one that I think is impressive. What's the other one that I think is impressive? Is this supposed to be the room where you can climb or fly so high? Yes. That's got all like the wooden stuff, and there's that little lever, and you can go up like 3 floors of building. Yes, Brick Wizard, you're right. This is right beneath Zelda's tower, and there's a big waterfall, and there's a big air vent somewhere. I don't think I've built the air vent yet. I think that's coming later. But yes, that is this room. I think I may have missed potentially a grate. I need to go back and look at the source material. I feel like there might be another grate where the air vent is. I should check that, because that could be a big oops if I've just plated all of that over and now we have to undo it. That would be funny, wouldn't it? I'm sure we'd love that. I'm glad that it's recognizable though. I mean, it's really good that, what, after 2.5 hours or something insane, you guys were able to come in and just go, oh, is that thing? And that's cool. That's what we want from this project. Yes, it is supposed to be that room. Hopefully, if I zoom out for you, it might be a little bit more recognizable. Obviously, big missing thing here. Zelda's tower is missing. And I haven't tiled off the whole thing, and we've got to go add some barrels. Yeah, about that. Are you about to tell me that I have missed the grate? Let's see. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Yeah. It's because no one ever goes in that corner. What am I supposed to nose over there? Is it just all grate? Like, what is that piece of floor? I can't actually see. Turn the lever on. Where? Oh, it's right in that corner, isn't it? So you've got the waterfall coming out the wall, and you've got the giant grate. What is it? No one wants to... Oh, is it sideways bars? It's sideways bars, isn't it? Well, that's not as bad. It could have been worse. Let's just tear up the floor then. And that one too. Which means I should probably also remove that one just so that I can see what's going on. Cool, cool. Okay, we'll go fix it. We'll go fix it. It's fine. It's fine. I don't care. No, what? Oh dear. Let's just chuck another one of these giant plates underneath. It will be okay. Was anyone planning on telling me? No? Does anyone think it might be a good idea? I'm joking, I'm joking. What we'll do is, because it's bars on this side, we will add these. We'll do these fences. These should work nicely. And bonus points, they're really easy to attach. At least in this case, because I can just roll along here with my big long wall. And then just attach sideways snot bricks underneath. Let's go for that. That there. That there. And we're just going to make a rough cube, I think. I think we're going to go by 2 of them, because I want there to be some tiles and stuff in this run. So let's go for that. It's a bit hideous, really. I might. Can we just go a little bit longer? No, no. Shove those on the top. Maybe that would look pretty. Or a sewer. There's a cave thing underneath the wind platform. Well, let me tell you, that ain't getting represented at all. I will put dark bluish grey beneath it because that is the colour of cave. However, I am not doing a proper cave underneath. What we could do, we could put a spider underneath that. I would be open to that. Would we want a spider underneath? That sounds pretty cool to me. Why do I sound like I'm bargaining? Right, let's... is that level? That looks level. Let's just put a big chunky plate underneath it. Like that, maybe? That's not really secure, though. I don't love that, but what we'll do is we'll move it up there, and we'll attach it in at this end with some more plate structure. So, let's get a 2x6. 2x4 in here. And then a 2x8 to bridge the gap. Cool. And we'll do the same thing at the other side of this one, just to give it that little bit extra support. Now that is too low. It's not low enough for a spider. So if we do want to add a spider, I'm going to have to expand it. So let's just see what it looks like as is now, because I can always come back. And then obviously we need to cover in these gaps. So let's use a little bit of texture brick, because one can never have... Oh, why did you freak out like that? Put you down there. Sink you guys into the floor. Awesome, 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 awesome. Let's grab a 1x2 as well. It's difficult to think on the spot, you know, guys, right? It's if you don't look super closely, it just looks like planks on the floor. So should this be brown then, do we reckon? Should this be a brownish colour? We've got this just massive hole in the floor. I mean, is there dark brown? Dark brown would be close. I mean, it might be that these don't look like they do in this model here, but again, we got to remember there are some liberties we just have to take just to keep our sanity. So we're rolling with it, so we've got to put there's a huge chunk of plates under this thing now, like it's actually insane. These guys can become pink because they're not going to be seen. And the wonders of this build is slowly coming together. Now, I thought I put bricks in here. I did. I just can't see them anymore. So let's just fill it with bricks rather than plates, because that can be boring. So, let's shove that there. Planks on the floor. I wonder, am I going to have to change the design again? Potentially. Oh well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So, as nice as this giant brick is, it is way too long for my own good. Like the reddish brown. Okay. Okay, right. Let's give it a go. Let's see what it looks like. You guys can be the judge of this. It doesn't bother me too much, so... Ooh, that takes a little bit of adjusting too. It may be that I have to change the cave colour underneath just to make it less... how do I put this? Disgusting. But that's alright. That's fine. Let's get some more plates around here for you guys so you can see how that one looks. This is why it's useful to do things live. The delay on getting responses and stuff is much lower, which is fantastic. 8 plus 4, so 12. Cool. Oh, which means this gap's 11 wide then, doesn't it? Oh, that's annoying. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We can deal with it. So let's just get one of those huge plates then, right? Like the big one here. And just shove it somewhere, like that. And cool. Oh, that almost attaches. That's actually kind of cool. Right, sixer. Like so. And this one's actually got to be dark bluish grey. So, what do we think? Thoughts on the thing? Really descriptive, I know. I've done a lot of building today. Okay, 2x6s. We can just shove these in here, right? This is flush. Cool. We like it when a plan comes together and I don't have to do awkward plate sizes. Why do those masonry bricks look so much lower than everything else? It's just because of their weird angle, isn't it? It's kind of weird. Hyrule Castle's already an awesome place in Breath of the Wild. After 3 times... Yeah, that is my story about this room, actually. I had obviously seen this room, like, when the game was launched. It took me a while to get my hands on it. When it was launched, I watched all the videos and things of people exploring and things. So I knew this room existed, but I just sort of forgot about it. And then when I actually came around to finding it, I was like on my 3rd, 4th playthrough for the game, and I just stumbled into this room and was just really blown away for the first time, which I just thought is really a testament to the castle's design, the game's design, and everything in between. So this room is definitely special to me, hence why we're giving it some love. But obviously every room's going to get love in the castle, but you're right. I'm pretty sure there are still rooms I haven't been to. And there's even stuff that they design that we can't see, isn't there? I mean, I love looking at the Hyrule Castle Creative Champion pages. They are fantastic, just incredible things. The work they put into this game just blows me away every time. May not be the best Zelda of all time or whatever. I know people have their issues with it, but it is incredibly done. Just really, really well done. Yeah, no. Hence why we're building this castle and none of the other castles, because this one's the best. It just is the best castle of all time in a video game. It is so unfathomably cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. This castle is just perfect. Hence why I'm willing to sink hundreds upon hundreds of hours into designing this, which is cool. My commentary has really degraded off a cliff. To be honest, I'm just going to stick a 2x4 across this. Same, this room is great. Yeah, no, it's creative. It's almost like a mini puzzle, I'd like to think. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It is. I've been excited to do this one for that reason. Is it's just one of those rooms that gets no attention, isn't labeled, just exists, and it's only when you start like looking at like, oh wow, that's the base of Zelda's tower, and oh cool, there's that secret lever room, which I also didn't discover for ages, because I didn't see that in the walkthrough, so that was all me. So that was very special. But no, I love it. I mean, I personally, one of my favourites is to the Sanctum, to go around the Sanctum without activating Ganon. That's fun. If no one's ever tried that, I recommend that. Like crawling up along the walls is always fun. Spiderlink, I guess. But seeing it in all in Age of Calamity in all its glory was so exciting for me. Right, water time. Time to add the water. So I think those ones are the ones I need to add the water to, not the other ones, because I think the other ones are going to be underneath. You were so triggered to use Zoram on the waterfall, but it didn't work. I thought you could use it on it, but it's been a long time since I've been in that room, so otherwise it doesn't serve a single purpose, does it? Right, yeah, the lever's in the room on the wall. We probably won't get to that room today because that room is like, what, 6 feet up on this side? I don't know if it's going to be even on this like 0 level plate because we're already quite high up. It's sort of hard to tell, isn't it? But I should probably save this file as well. Let's just save that. Bit awkward if I'd lost the file. But no, the lever is in the room. Oh, we should remove this blue plate as well. That serves no purpose, because this is where the waterfall's going to be. There's the lever room here, and this is the air vent that will take us up to the like balcony section, which is over here. But that will be like not done for ages because, as I said, it's so tall. It's so tall. Which is there's nothing wrong with it being tall at all. I kind of like it for that, but it makes it a pain to build. I'm not going to be honest. How am I going to do this wall? Because it has nothing to support itself on, which is a problem. However, I also need to finish these blue tiles, so let's just do that first. And then I'll bring the wall across, and then we'll have a room that has a complete set of walls, which will be exciting. And that might be where I start to think about wrapping up for today. But it just shows you how long it actually takes to design stuff like this, because I've been talking and building at the same time, and the sum total of our achievements is some grills in the floor, some tiles on the floor, and turning this room into an angle, which to be fair, I'm still really impressed by said angle. Oh, I was supposed to do that. See what I mean? I get so distracted so easily. We need to put the thing in, the wally wall, the wall. This is gonna go here. This thing. Ceiling. That's what I'm talking about. Building a ceiling. Okay. This will be stronger in plates. I'm not gonna. This will be able to be much stronger in plates. So we're gonna build it in plates. Actually, I'm almost tempted to build it in a Technic build. No, okay, maybe the Zorama doesn't work. Then why is it in this room? Because apart from looking cool, it then serves no purpose. Or is that just me? That it thinks it serves no purpose if you can't use the Zorama on it. Why is it here then? Like, what is the goal? I need to use a brick that's long. That's what I need to do. I love how at this point, I'm building the room and you're just sat in the room. It's fantastic. Again, this is going to be one of those times where I take just a little bit of creative liberties just to make the room secure. And then we can go back to the normal plans. Because I want this wooden detail to still be here. But I also need the security of attaching that brick somewhere. So the plan is just to offset it. And from most angles, you won't be able to tell. Yeah, so you can barely notice that. Maybe it's like a sewer thing. Yeah, I just think you should be able to waterfall up it, really. I mean, it wouldn't have been hard for them to do, would it? Okay, that is certainly a wall. Probably shouldn't have built wall here because there's going to be a giant waterfall in front of it. And that's sort of going to obscure half of what we're doing. But, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because it's working. There we go. Look at that. I do want to quite tile some of this stuff as well. Like, I really want to... Let's just complete this quickly. Yeah. Oh, clean. So we now have our full footprint of the room. Okay. And now let's just add a couple more tiles. Now that this is in, I can finish this tiling over here too. See what I mean? There's a lot of tiling in models like this. No one ever expects the tiling. Admittedly, I could have left these studded, but I think they look significantly better like this. Yeah, they look better. Cool. That goes there. And then actually, is it long enough? Does this work? Please tell me that's long enough. Is it going to be amazing? Is it going to spark joy? Yes. It goes in the wall. Oh, how fantastic. That's great news. Look at that. This was what I really wanted to do, was get this first section of the room like complete. Admittedly, I need to add barrels, so I won't roof it off yet, but that is a good segment done. I'm pleased with that. I'm super, super pleased with that. So we need to do the same thing that we did over here with this one then. So we need to add that in there. And actually, I think at that point, this wooden pillar should probably just stop, because there's no real need for it to continue. So what we'll do is we'll put that there, and then we'll put a big fat tile on the top. Cool, let's fill in this gap. Should never leave gaps on a build like this, by the way. That's good advice for you. Because it just ends in disaster every time. So what we're going to do is we're going to place a round by one stud with a hole in it. No, we're not. That's a lie. We're going to put a 2x2 jumper. If I can, if it lets me, that is. It's not going to let me, that is. I guess we'll just put a tile. I thought we were going to be clever there, but no. Just a square tile. Cool. That works. That's fine. I'm happy with that. That's fine. Not so happy with this hole, though. Let's grab a 1x1 from over here. And what we are going to have to do is we're going to change out these dark bluish grey pieces here. So they were bricks with studs on the side, and we're going to change them so they're bricks with studs on two sides, the opposite ones, because this is not an external wall, meaning I can do this, but then also it allows me to put a cover on the back. So we're going to go down, and we're going to go to tiles, and we're going to grab the 2x3 tile, and we're going to turn it upright, and we're going to slap it on the wall and colour it light grey, because once I get these guys coloured correctly, oh, they don't come in dark bluish grey, do come in light bluish grey, cool. Now you can't see through into the pink mess on the outside. That's very, very important, that there is no point where you can see through to the what will be multicoloured trash here on the outside. So that's all covered up. That's good, that's good. Okay, I think we're definitely drawing towards a close for today. Cool. Let's just tile up this top section, finish some more tiling, and then that will certainly make a good video in a month maybe, when the next part of Hyrule Castle comes out. And don't worry if you have been here for the stream today or have watched it on replay, I will be discussing about it and adding some new bits in that episode, so please do still watch that video. Let's just add some barrels here. We'll just use some jumper plates. And we will go to containers, one of my favourite sections in this. So we've decided that this is a water room thing, isn't it? Like we've said that there's potentially sewage, and there's some barrels. So actually scrap those jumpers at all. We don't need them. We're going to do it in the wall. We're going to make like a rack as if this is like water storage or something, I think is the plan. So let's get rid of that 1x4. And actually we've got some in the floor, haven't we? So let's grab one of these, turn it around, and then grab this barrel here sideways. Then we can put two of them in like that, and those are on the floor. Good, good, good. And then we do the same thing here. Pretty cool technique. I like this one. I saw this one in an official build somewhere. There we go. And then that means we can slap one of you in here, and slap one of you in here, and then slap one of you in there. Ah, yes, that is a fantastic name for this room. Totally what I'm going to call it. No, we're not calling that. I think of it as like actually there is no official name. It's weird actually. It needs to be named. And I'm not calling it that. So before I make the video on it, I'm going to have to come up with a name. Because it's actually a lovely room, and it would be a shame to slander it like that. It's very cool. Maybe it's like an excavation site or something? It could be another guess. Shove this in the middle here. And actually, let's contrast the medium brown by doing them in dark brown. Then let's put some tiles on the front and get some corks. I think we won't put tap pieces on them because this is a bit more medieval than like the elven forts, right? And then you're not actually drinking from them here. We don't know what kind of water's in there, as per your comment, right? This could be any kind of water. So what we'll do is we'll put the same whole piece on the front, and then we're actually going to use the stamp piece inverted like so, and then slide those in. We'll use it in black. Here we go, that's clean, I like that. The weird wind, dirty water lever, wooden pillar, grill, spear moblin, tool room. Yeah, there won't be a spear moblin in here in the finished build, unfortunately. So, tool room, spear moblin, pillar, grill. You've just taken the most common words that we've said over the last hour when we've been talking and have just gone, ah, yes, this is what we should call the room. Which is fantastic, but it's funny. It's funny. Maybe I'll put it in the comments. Let's fill this up here and then move them a bit closer because we said there were barrels here. Let's do that. And then we can turn these around. Go boom, boom, boom. And we will do a square box. Well, we will do a rectangular container. We will do an upright square one. Not making use of that jumper tile there at all. There we go. Let's get the big crate. That big crate's in the way. No, it's not. I lied again. Let's put that corner. Come on. Get in the corner. It is the grill room. I do like the idea that every room in the castle should have a purpose. I feel like that's important. Because obviously this thing is going to be really, really impressive. And if you just say, oh no, the room just existed in the game, so I built it. That's a bit dumb, isn't it? So I will have to deal with that. Right, there we go. There's that crate. This one will be in reddish brown. The back one will be in reddish brown, and I want the other one to be medium nougat. Be right back. Cool, cool, cool. Put a round one in here. Okay, what we're going to do with these barrels is going to be a little bit different. We've got to be a little bit quirky. There is a lot of builds. That moblin does have a spear. He would have had to have gotten that from somewhere. So we could put a SPEAR down here. Just a casual spear. Yeah. Which means this could be like a storage room. That's also another option. Let's put a black spear in here. We could put another casket. We could put some bottles. That could be quite fun. Bottle. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe these have come up from the feast, right? Like it's a storage room or something. Cool. That's another good one. Let's put 2 trans green ones in here. Trans black one. And then a trans clear one in the front. Cool. Nice. I like that. That's really cool. And then we want one more unique thing to put in this one. We'll put some crests on the walls and sconces and stuff. Future, actually, let's just add a sconce there right now. Like, there's no need to wait. I believe I have a sconce in my extra file, but I can't access that, so poo. Okay, let's just risk it. Let's bring out the prison. Oh, and the computer freezes. It thinks about it. Let's hope the stream doesn't go down. It's the room that exists. Brilliant choice while we wait for my computer to load the mess over here. Got to try and not show you guys the pond. That's what I want. I want this joint. I want this. Edit. I need you. I need you. You and you. Here's my torch design, by the way. I need to put it somewhere more useful. And then we immediately need to hide this again. Oh, well, this is the prison. Really trying not to show you guys everything. I'm hoping I didn't hide any of my room there. That's actually going to be quite tricky. Oh well, it's half constructed. Uh-oh, that's not a good sign. Why is there collision errors here? Why is there a collision error here? What are you colliding with? You? It's you? Oh, well, it's a good job we checked this, isn't it? Just delete this by hand so I can actually see what I'm doing again. I may have half removed another wall. I don't really know. I could have hidden it. I really don't know. That's for me to sort out after stream. So that brick there was in the way, which is not a good sign, to be honest. So it may just be that we have to have a tiny gap in that wall up there because I'm not sure it's going to let me do anything else. So I brought the sconce in from the other build so that we could slap it on a wall here. And actually, let's leave that for a second, add another one of these, and we can just do the baby version instead. I think that adds a little bit of life. Oh, did you miss the other box pile, Emil, as well? Let me go back. Shouldn't have tried loading that file. Too many sneak peeks. Right, I needed the sconce though. Okay, this is what we have so far. So we have big room. It's a modular and a half long, so that's quite impressive. It's the same length as Assembly Square, which just shows you how big and how tall this room is. There is a chance, in theory, that I've made the room too big, but what I'll do before I keep building it is I will double check that I don't need to shrink like 1 or 2 stud rows off, but that won't be a problem if we do. We've got our barrels here. I decided with some bottles, again going with the drinking water or the not so drinking water theme. We've got the spear that the spear moblin will take eventually, and we'll put something in that barrel at something. I don't want this room to be like a food place because obviously it's not sanitary. We've got corked barrels over on the wall, as well as a little sconce torch there. We've got these little pillar steps, which are also very, very cool. Technically, I need to add a small step up here according to the game, so let's just do that now while I remember, and then quickly fill in those gaps. I know what I'm doing, see. And then we have our wooden area where the tower will go. We've got our grills all filled with our light aqua water, ready to go down to our waterfall. And I do need to fill in this gap down here still, but that's not really a problem right now. And actually looks quite nice. And then that's it. We've also got the air grate going down to a cave. I think that texturing's fine. I'm not going to add a bat or anything. I just need to fill in this hole because, oops, that was a bit of an oversight. In fact, let's do that now as well, because that's a very easy thing for me to forget. And in fact, I should probably fill in that other hole as well while we're here before I go. But then I am stopping because I need to get some lunch. Excitingly, lunchtime already. Crazy morning. And we've been going for a very decent amount of time. I don't feel like I've shortchanged anyone today. I think you guys will have enjoyed, maybe. Who knows? Cool, that one's fixed. And then let's just fix up the last little mischievous monkey over here, which of course is this wall. Really bad internet strikes again. Oh no. Well, the replay will be up soon so that you guys can catch back up. Hopefully my connection hasn't been too bad today. I know sometimes I do have quite awful connection. I just said we're stopping. Well, we're moving towards a stop. We're just putting some last little touches on to make things easy. And I'm really just hiding gaps by using brackets, which is a bit cheeky, really. Okay, let's move those two back in and then put one of them at the end. Although, again, we've got to remember, we're at the back of the castle on an interior room that no one's going to see, and so on. It's really cool to see me with it. Yeah, well, we should. I'm glad that's what I wanted. I'm going to keep doing this. I can't do too much of it because otherwise it defeats the point of having the update videos, if you know what I mean. Like, if people come back and just watch these, there's just no point in coming to see the actual build updates, even though I have way more information and stuff I can share in there. But that is the point of these, is they're supposed to be fun little chat times where people can come in, ask questions about the build, because it is such a large project, and see some of the progress. And actually, this is, like I said, this is the most productive I've been with it in ages. So it's been useful on my front as well, just to have the motivator, such as chat, to solve problems, but also make me not turn away as soon as I see the grills misbehaving, which is what happened today. That is a very piece-heavy method of covering that gap up. So let's just grab by type and color, and we'll go. Actually, those can be pink because they're not going to be seen, and you can be pink too. No, you two need to be light bluish grey. And then we just need to grab the brackets, and then we are going to finish out. So thank you for all being here. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope we can do this again soon, and you'll drop by. And don't forget to actually watch the Hyrule Castle video when it comes out as well. This won't be seen for a little bit, so you have time to forget what we did, and I have time to make more progress on it so that I don't show you the same thing. I may split it funnily, I may do something weird. But we've got a pretty complete base. We've got another room. I just need to check that it's not the wrong size. I really like the color balancing. We need to do more texture on these walls because otherwise it's going to be really, really solid. However, the tower is what scares me most. But anyway, thank you so much for stopping by today. And this has been Octane Thermoplastics live stream. So have a wonderful rest of your day.